million a day, and they're giving us fake pictures of Earth. Did you know that, sir?
Who that not getting nappy though?
So do you think that the Americans landed on the moon in the 1960s? Stapleton, fake moon. No, I am not dead. I'm sure the suspense is killing you all. Please, I don't deserve it. Welcome to the Horror Shit Show, everybody. Tonight, I've got a very technically challenging stream to do, and it's well underway. So we're gonna get started. Now, we're gonna talk a little bit about Flat Earth. and we're going to talk about what's going on with it. As you all know, I've been busy doing commercials. As you all know, I've been away. I've been busy doing commercials. That's where I've been. So, I had to make that cheese. Anyway, I'm back, and I wanted to mention that the channel here is going to be switching gears really soon. I'll be talking about an array of different topics because Flat Earth is no longer an animal that I want to pet. Put it that way. What was that? All right. So yeah, Flat Earth is just it's been fun and all, but I don't know. Some stuff about it's really getting crazy. And I think you know what I mean. I think you guys have seen it. It's just an animal I no longer want to pet as often. I'll put it that way. But anyway, it's time that we get some new faces around here. So expect more random stuff. I don't know, video game streams, stuff that's going to be targeting a big audience. Random stuff on my channel, interviews with other people, and quite frankly, if you don't like it, below me. So let's get started. First up, the Salted Sea experiment happened on June 2nd through the 3rd. The 3rd was my birthday. And I've been waiting to hear from Jaronism and Glowbusters and all about what exactly happened. As far as I know, I think they had some visibility issues on one of the days. But I believe I know just the man that could give us a hint as to what happened there with the latest mirror viewing experiment. But more importantly, I'd like to talk with him about his documentary, The Plain Truth. So I've got him on once again to update us on the progress that him and Shelley have been making. So without further ado, let's make a call to Joshua Gennari from JM Truth TV and JM Truth on YouTube. God, I sure hope my voice effects are working, because if not, I must sound like an ass. Let's do this. Oh. I'm going to give him just a minute, because I did want to give him some kind of notice. And I do have a little bit of a martini to drink here, which is way too full. Oh my God. I must have did it right, because I cannot tell that that's a shot and a half of vodka in there. I must have did that really good. Oh. Hello, good sir. How are you?
Hey.
Oh, wait for my phone to stop. Hey, can you hear me? I guess you can.
I can. I can hear you, and I see that martini you're drinking, bro. Why didn't you pour me one? What's up with that?
Bro, I can't even email it to you. It's some technical difficulties in the way there, man.
You can't just toss it through the screen. I mean, you got all this technical stuff going on. You're like the guru of technicalities.
Last time I tried...
It's not the right word. I totally just dropped the football. And
last time I tried that whole splash to screen thing, big mess. Didn't work out. So I want to get you on the cam here. You want to show your face? Your good old mug?
Yeah, let me get to where I have some light here.
All right. I'm actually trying to figure it out. Let's see, Skype window. Okay. Got this. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this on the fly. Oh, man! The hell's that noise? Oh. That was really strange in my ears. Oh my God, let's kill it. I'm saving everybody from that noise. Oh God. Please warn me every time you open your screen door.
My bad.
That's all good, bro.
Okay.
Hey, say hello.
Hey, Bob, Karen. Hey, it's the whole FE core group.
Hey, they're in there. How's it going? Sorry, guys, I wasn't paying any attention to that wonderful chat room because if you guys are watching the stream, I thought I had about 2 minutes left, so I'm like lollygagging back to the computer. I'm like, oh shit, the song's done. Oh shit! And I sat down and I'm like, all right, and then I'm like, wait, I don't even have a shirt on. Oh shit, the lights aren't even on. I look like Lava Man. Crap! So I had to turn all the lights, put my shirt on. I was like throwing stuff around trying to get this. Oh, it was such a mess. So we're off to that kind of start, and I hope that you bring everything back to some order here on the flat plane. I want to know what you got going on. So talk to us.
Okay, so first, obviously, as you know, Shelly and I are co-directing. We are absolutely up to our ears in work. We're going to be in Ohio. We're going to be in Houston, Texas. We are going to try to make Amsterdam if we can raise enough funds. Um, I am not big on asking for money and doing that kind of stuff, but I will tell everyone we have a GoFundMe site and a Patreon site, which we're working on incentives, getting those up and running. We are looking at doing probably 5 or 6 documentary films, um, just covering flat Earth and flat Earth topics. We are probably also going to branch off into other truth topics. So it's not all going to be about flat Earth after these 6 films, but like Star Wars, it looks like about 6 films is what I'm going to be calling it. It's going to be a lot of information. Like I said, we have a lot of stuff going on. We just had apparently someone that I was not expecting to support us. So I want to shout out and say, hey, thank you, Rob Skiba, so much for that. That was absolutely awesome.
That is fantastic. Absolutely. Yeah. I want to say
Fabulous.
a big old thank you, Mr. Skiba. All right, good, it worked.
So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we have got, and in fact, I just finished doing a video today that I will be releasing. It's basically the opening intro for our funding. So let me first open by saying this is not a small ordeal anymore. We're talking about probably upwards of $150,000, $250,000, and that's not just for the first project, but that's to lead us into the second and third project. I'm looking at hopefully hiring a small production crew, so an assistant director, production manager, art director. Of course, Shelly is Shelly and I are co-directors, and then also some other line producers. And I'm looking at wanting to be able to support them in that paying their food, gas, and per diem. And then hopefully eventually we can raise enough money to give them a small stipend or salary or something as we go into this. Now let's get down to the meat of the situation. This film the first film is going to be covering Behind the Curve and the mockumentary by Logan Paul. We're going to be debunking that in a big way. I, as a director, am also going to be talking about the manipulative power that a director and editor have.
Yeah,
I'm going to be talking. Yeah, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about Bob, his situation, and how they twisted his words. And that man is phenomenal. I love Bob, actually.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And he's just very humble, very down to earth. Just anyway, I can't say enough about Bob. And his wife Cammie is awesome too. So shout out to both of them.
Bob is the bread and butter to my flat Earth research.
Yeah, me too.
Hands down.
And I haven't met Jaron, but hopefully one of these days I'll get a chance to meet him too, because I spent a lot of time watching Jaron as well. Karen B, and the whole FE core, Chris Van Mitri and Robert. And so those guys are freaking fabulous.
Yeah.
That whole experiment, we have quite a bit of footage. That experiment we're going to really present in a way, because I've seen people out here talking about how FE core this or FE core that. But FE core, Chris Van Mitri took those stakes that he uses for the measuring rods, and he left them in place, 2 miles of them, for anyone who wants to go out and test this themselves can go out, find those stakes, and use those as markers to do the exact same experiment they did. So um, I don't know many land surveyors who would have taken 2 miles worth of stakes and left them in place um, for the purpose of other people to do experiments. That's pretty phenomenal. So my
That is
hats off to
cool.
Chris Van Mitri. So okay, so we're
Awesome.
talking about doing a bunch of the conferences, and part of the purpose for the conferences is being able to do interviews in place for different people, both grassroots people, normal people, and then speakers, and obviously those kind of people. Um, the documentary itself is going to, like I said, cover basically two different things in the first film. First, we're going to debunk those two total catastrophes of movies, and then we're going to cover the basics of science and the basics of flat Earth. So we're probably going to cover. I don't want to give it all away, but
Okay.
we're doing it from a perspective of. Uh, I'm going to
I
probably do
know
it
what
from.
you're saying.
I'm doing it from a perspective of what's called the black box, because the movie's called The Plain Truth, and
Oh,
we're going to be calling the first film the pilot, and it's kind of a play on words. Shelley and I, as director, when you do a film, the pilot is always the first in the docuseries or first in the TV series, or it's called the pilot in film.
mm-hmm.
Is the first one of a series that comes out. So we thought, well, because we're interviewing so many pilots, we're going to call it the pilot, and the pilot is then going to be the main focal point, and then everything else will branch off of that. Um, and so that goes into obviously land surveying and aeronautics and GPS and all that stuff. Um, and then from there, we're going to go into more depth about physics and more depth in other docuseries films about that. We have, in fact, what do we have? We have Ohio, I believe, coming up in August. So we are trying to raise up enough money because we're planning on taking a transport, and I'm trying to be kind of inconspicuous about this, but
Uh-huh.
we're taking a transport to Ohio. Going to be doing, like I said, interviews there. We're also going to be probably stopping along the way to do some experiments and shots on the way back. So, a lot of cool, exciting things.
Awesome.
Lots, yeah, lots of stuff to shoot, lots of stuff to film.
You guys
Um,
are getting around, man.
oh
Like,
yeah, trying. So
wow.
this film is really it's a documentary shot by flat earthers for all, and for us, we're doing it in a way that I'm not here, and Shelly and I have decided we're not going to cram flat earth down people's throats. That's not what I want to do. That's not
Yeah.
what she and I want to do. We're going to do this from a scientific standpoint and from what's called an empirical data standpoint. So I have a stack of empirical data documents that support all of our experiments. We can show documents from multiple levels of government that will support that as well. So my take is my goal with this film is to present it in a way that people can look at, watch the experiments, see what we're doing in real time. They can go to the website, download all the metadata and the documents and all that stuff. In fact, all of our experiments will be done and posted on the website. So if somebody wants to download, for example, our sun setting experiment, which is really cool, actually, Miguel came up with it. It's actually a really cool experiment. Um, they can do that and see how we did it, and also look at all of our written metadata. So that's really cool. So
Oh,
um,
that is amazing. I mean, everybody will be able to extrapolate that data any way they see fit based on
correct,
real world observations, really
correct,
scientific, probably
correct.
expensive equipment, people with paperwork doing this stuff. Some people probably have what, PhDs or maybe science degrees. You said you're going to have
Oh,
surveyors, or at
oh
least
yeah, oh yeah. No,
real
we've got a
surveyors.
couple PhDs that we're going to have interviewed, and then a couple of people with master's degrees, and we have people that specialize in certain industries. Like for example, Chris Van Mitri is a land surveyor. They use specialized equipment
Hmm.
to to lay down straight lines for buildings and stuff.
Now, what does he have to say about? I should probably ask him myself, but what is this surveyors versus geodetic surveyors? There's a big difference there, and the geodetic ones, there's like what, a few, just a handful of them, right?
I'm gonna be honest here. I don't think I have probably enough experience to speak for that. Chris would have to speak for that because that's what he does. That's
I would love to have him answer that question because this is a land surveyor saying the Earth is flat.
Correct. And I prefer not to speak on things that I'm not sure about, and I just would rather somebody that's actually specialized in that field to.
Mark had a show about this. I mean, I remember it being a matter of there's just not a hell of a lot of geodetic surveyors, and but I don't know what the difference was. Why they? Wouldn't it be interesting to have two of those on a show?
Oh, it'd be fabulous. Actually, Chris actually did. I think Chris actually talked about it in our interview. So I do have the footage of it. Nice. I just don't have the knowledge to probably do it justice. And I would highly recommend maybe asking Chris to come on your show or doing a special interview with him where he can talk about it.
He most likely would. I'd love to. I'm gonna have more people on the show. So tell him. Be prepared one day for me to ask him because I want to have a couple people talking about different things, different topics. It's always been my platform has always been a platform to kind of showcase other people, and I want to start really doing it.
Yeah, and that's like I said. So that's kind of what we're doing. How we're doing with the website. The website is www.theplaintruthmovie.com. On there, I will eventually have a tab where, like I said, all of that metadata, all the documents. Now, a lot of the documents actually are on my website, jamtruth.com. So you can go to jamtruth.com to the Flat Earth, the Flat Earth page that I have, and download. I've got like 15 or 18 documents on there. Some of them are military documents, and a lot of them are, right there. Go down to the
Flat Earth Facts.
Flat Earth Facts. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
So what a lot of people don't seem to realize in the mainstream community is science is both a combination of this experiment and then also what research we've done. So the documents, as you go down a little further here, you're going to see Freedom of Information Act. A lot of these are NASA documents that I pulled off the NASA website. And the another important thing that I'm going to mention, because you're going to hear it in the documentary, myself and Rob Taylor talk about it. The word assume in science is not what we've been taught it is in school. The word assume in science means they're assuming that to be a fact. So when you hear in a scientific document or in a government document the word assume, it's not a I'm not sure what I'm talking about. It's a we're assuming this to be a fact. So when you hear the assumption of a flat, non-rotating Earth, they're assuming that to be an actual fact, not a guess per se.
Yeah.
So,
and
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I literally was about to say something and it slipped. So
okay.
I totally
no worries.
Boop.
Yeah. So and now I mean, Jorge, I don't know. I know we've talked off and on. I don't know. There's a lot of The globe community is about as shifty right now as shifting sand. They're now saying that 8 inches times mile squared, which has been the general understanding consensus by the government to be the curvature of the Earth proof, or the mathematical equation, has been a constant for I don't even know how many years. But now they're saying, well, that may or may not be accurate. Dude, you're moving the goalpost again. Like, come on. Like,
yeah.
I like to laugh and make fun. How did you measure the distance of the sun? That's a long measuring tape.
Yeah, and on that note, that's what I was going to say. It was something about the sun, but before I address that, thank you, Carly, for the sub. So basically, they assumed the sun was the size it was because of Venus's apparent movement in the sky, basically.
Yeah,
that's a hell of an assumption there. What did they assume, that the sun is the size it is, or that they assumed that Venus is the same size as Earth, so that's how they were able to
Yeah,
get the sun size.
yeah. Their way of
Right.
figuring out that this is the sun was ridiculous, ridiculous.
It's
It's
absolutely asinine
yeah.
to base so much science on a literal assumption.
Yeah. Hey, also let me break in here. Flat Earth Head and Ironworks. I would love to come on your
Ugh.
radio station or whatever. Please feel free to email me at jmtruthproductions@gmail.com. That's how you can get a hold of me. Um, and so yeah, so that's how you can get a hold of me.
That
We
would be phenomenal. You better do it.
Yes.
so I have I've literally, well, Corey, I've spent a long, long time studying and researching a lot of different things. I have the one of the things that I right now I run into a lot is how is it you have so much background and it's not possible? I'm 45 years old. I've just made life my classroom. I've dove into Hebrew. I've looked at Greek. I've read scripture from cover to cover, roughly 7 times. Um, I had flat Earth experiments, but not only flat Earth, but 9/11 and all kinds of other crazy, crazy things that I just haven't even talked about. It's just, um, ridiculous. I went to a Jesuit school for a year. That was a freaking classroom of all kinds of craziness.
Wow, I can imagine.
so, so I was like, it's a year too long in my book, but
Wow.
So, anyways, so
So
that's what we're doing here.
I
Go
want to
ahead.
ask you something too. What do you know about what's going on at the Salton Sea? I haven't heard from Jaron and them. I know they had visibility problems one of those days. Did it ever work itself
I
out?
was not. I was not at the Salton Sea. I do not even know.
You know,
I'm
that's right. You weren't there this time,
no.
huh?
I wouldn't know about that. But
Hmm.
my hat's off to them. At first, when I heard they were going to the Salton Sea, I'm like, dude, why would you guys go to the hardest place in the world? I mean, the temperature. First of all, the temperatures fluctuate um, really, really bad because it's salt water. And salt
Hmm.
water typically you have all kinds of atmospheric conditions. But that being said, after I got to thinking about it, I was like, actually, if you can prove it on a salt lake, instead of a flat lake, you actually quite the accomplishment. My hat's off to them. So if they can do it on a salt, there's just a lot of lensing issues and a lot of atmospheric condition issues. So um,
Yeah, and the big thing about this is that they're using the mirrors to actually send direct sunlight, not a laser beam and things. So we're trying to see.
oh, right. They're
Yeah.
reflecting the sun. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, so that makes things sort of a different ball game. We don't know how the atmospheric lensing and effects and stuff is going to affect sunlight reflection versus, say, our laser beams and other things that we have been using. So that's why I'm really keeping up with this. But
So
um,
are they live streaming it? Because they live streamed the other experiment.
I think they did some live stream in there. But I know when Jaron did it, it was him saying, "Well, we can't see shit." It's so
Oh wow.
they're so foggy and like it was weird that the visibility was absolute trash that morning or whatever he was doing. I think they got there really really early, and he was like, "Oh man, we can't do anything with this." And I just
Yeah.
didn't hear back. So I mean, we didn't hear from him again. I'm kind of assuming that it just kind of stayed like that, which would be really unfortunate. But
I'm
yeah,
telling you
I guess we'll know
that
soon.
martini looks really, really good, just so you know.
And I poured this thing, and then I stopped and I looked at it, and I was like, I don't think I can go in there without doing the sugar on the rim. So I had to pour the whole thing out into another glass and put the sugar on the rim.
Right.
Had to.
Holly Hughes, thank you for the shout out. I really appreciate it. I'm just me. That's what I tell people is I am what I am and I don't change. I try not to at least. I'm pretty consistent. At least I think so. So
I
what you
think.
see is what you get. And sometimes I can be quite the asshole if you turn me the wrong way. So
Don't be an asshole on my show, please.
you've got all the control, brother. You got all the control.
Just kidding. Holly's cool. I like Holly a lot. Um, um,
Probably too much.
I'm sorry. But yeah,
No, you're not.
no, I'm not. Not at all. So yeah, like that's awesome, man. I just thanks so much for like giving us an update. And are you anything else you want to say about the Plain Truth documentary? I'm trying to think if I had anything I wanted to ask you myself.
If you have ideas, serious ideas, you're welcome to email me at jmtruthproductions@gmail.com. Also, I am looking for anyone who wants to do a 5 to 10-second video clip of themselves saying, yes, the earth is flat, them families, whatever. I would love to use that in the credits, in the very back of the movie, and the credits. Just as many people as we can get. I'm Mark Sargent. I'm not sure when he did this interview. It's funny, the news people that interviewed him was like, oh, well, we heard it's up to about 6 million people that are flat earthers. And Mark is like kind of giggling, going, 6 million people? Are you kidding me right now? Like, where did you get your numbers? Like, we're pretty sure we're past 100 million people at the moment.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Here's something. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I am really looking forward to presenting these documentaries and other truth documentaries. We're asking the community to come and support us. Like I said, we're a flat earth, or we're a truth-based film production company. Right now we're doing a flat earth film, but we're going to be addressing a lot of other truth issues in the future. So I'm humbly asking everyone to please support us in either praying for us or just kind of supporting us, or come and support us on Patreon or GoFundMe. We are looking to stand up, like I said, a full production house if possible, and go to town on a lot of different topics. So we want to get through these 6 documentaries as quick as least possible, because there's a laundry list of things we want to cover.
I bet. I can only imagine. I have a folder stacking up on my computer, and I can imagine if I went and sourced out every little thing and spoke with people with PhDs about it and gathered all that and created. I mean, I know how much work you guys are doing, and that's fantastic. You guys and girls.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If I can do a quick shout out to Shelly. Shelly is phenomenal. She is a West Point Academy graduate, and she's, as far as partners are concerned, she's probably my better half. She is so smart. I cannot say enough about her. She has got a wisdom and wise about things that she's like calling me up, going, "Hey, have you thought about this?" And I'm like, I'm the experienced director, going, no, I didn't. Let's talk about this. And she's actually helped me, and my wife both, in a lot of ways. The film production company is owned by my wife, myself, and Shelly. And so we wanted to keep it in-house, keep it flat, and keep it controlled by, flat Earth people. So that's kind of where we're headed with that. We're super excited. Like I said, we're super excited. So
awesome. And I want to ask, you are jmtruthtv.com. You are JM Truth on YouTube, JM Truth TV on YouTube. So you're all about the truth. Now, there's something that's creeping up in the flat Earth.
There we go.
Yes, here it is. There's something that's creeping up, and you know what I'm talking about. And I want to take the best that we've got. Bob, if you're still listening, this is an invitation for you as a number one invitation. I want to have a debate here between flat Earth and dun 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 concave Earth. So
I am totally in, Corey. I am totally in. I would love to debate any concaver out there. And dude, I'd totally debate them with Bob. Are you kidding? I could just sit back and let him go to town.
Yeah, that if Bob's gonna be in it, I might just do a 1 versus 2 thing. But
right, because I think
but
it would
to-
be fair.
but to keep it fair, I figured I'd just get maybe JM Truth and Sleeping Warrior on and and
Oh,
go up
so
against.
I totally stand side by side with Sleeping Warrior. Absolutely.
That would be a good. I think you guys hit things like really good. I know that Sleeping Warrior would most likely do it. And Bob, I don't know if Bob even has the time. He's got so much going on. So that's why I kind of figured you and Sleeping Warrior would do it. But
Oh, absolutely.
but so like
I'll-
you guys versus Ernest Pearson. I'm calling you out right now.
Ernest Pearson, I want you to
That would be
debate.
great because I actually challenged Ernest Pearson a long time ago and he never ever responded to me. Didn't even send me a message back. So, brother Ernest, if you're out there, brother, let's sit down and talk about concave Earth.
The time is now.
We're gonna do it. And hopefully, I haven't said anything to him yet, and maybe we're gonna have a second person. And I'm thinking Ryan James because he's been wanting to do a stream with me, and maybe we'll just do like a big shebang. And I want to mod it. I want to have this set up, and I'll mod it, and I'll make it sure that everybody's treated fairly, and because I want to know the truth, and I think you do too. And the thing is, the only reason I'm doing this, aside from Holly in the chat, is. Yeah, is this some weird stuff I can't explain, and maybe you probably didn't watch the test stream I did yesterday because honestly I don't know who would care to watch me do whatever I was doing yesterday, but it happened. But one of the things I showed was interesting, and that's a guy with a P900 6 inches or so above the water line. He's at the water, he's holding it, and he's filming a sailboat at some point, and this was also done in a similar fashion with much better quality, and I'm gonna have to get the original. But anyway, the bottom line here is 6 inches or whatever above the water line. We could see a boat way off in the distance, and then we could see past that boat. We could see some water and some shoreline above where the boat is. It's almost like, I mean, for realsies, like there's a dip, like a concave Earth, and I'm like, okay, well, how does this work on flat Earth? How does this work on line of sight? How does this light bending stuff work when you look at all this atmospheric lensing? Like,
Well, so far, all I have seen, and again, I think Holly's a concave earther. I think, not to call her out, but I don't. The reason I'm saying this, I don't want to offend her when I say this, but
She's concave as fuck.
I have yet to see any concaver show me one shred of scientific evidence other than pointing to the sky, which is the same thing that globe earthers do. So. No offense, I'm totally willing to debate them. And like I said, when I debate someone, it's not an argument. I like to. It's a discussion. It's a discussion about facts for me. So it's not about even being right or wrong. It's about let's present our evidence and present our facts, not our assumptions or assertions, but our facts.
Yeah, exactly.
And what have you got to prove? What have you got? I mean, sure, I'll even put this out. I would be a concaver if there was scientific evidence to support it enough. I would still be a glober if there was scientific evidence to support it enough. Unfortunately, I don't think there is. So, that's my 2 cents. But I will most definitely be on, Hori. If you put this together, I will totally come.
Fantastic.
And be there.
Thank you so much, sir. And I appreciate your time tonight. Yeah, we've beat the globe to a pulp. And now, if the flat Earth is true, we're going to beat the concave to a pulp. But we have to address some of these glaring issues, and I think I'm going to pick 2 of the best on both ends of the spectrum, and I hope that you all put this in your calendar. I'm going to set a date soon enough.
That makes you a fabulous moderator, by the way, because the only way you get any kind of good, reliable debate or discussion is to take the best of the best and put them together. And hopefully we can have some professional discussion instead of what I have seen around YouTube on debating, I won't use any names, but I've seen some pretty emotionally charged discussions or debates.
Gosh, I've seen people that are like, who is this, going up against like big name supposed flat earth debunkers, and I'm like, this guy's representing us? What?
Yeah. Well, and I've seen some with Ernest that actually were even and I got to give it to Ernest. Thus far, he seems, when he's presenting things, to be fairly professional, sort of, in that he's not calling people names that I've seen. So I've seen a lot of people go off on him, but he seems to keep his cool for the most part. But it's not like I don't follow him around and follow his stuff. I've seen like one or two of his debates, so I could be totally off.
I've seen Mr. Ernest's true colors, and they're pretty disgusting.
Yeah. But no, I want to give him a chance to speak because I know he wants to speak. He wants to get his stuff out there. He loves his T-shirt line, and he would love to have a conversation about concave Earth with us.
Hey, do you think Ernest would still make me a flat Earth T-shirt? I'm just wondering.
Probably. I don't know.
Good question. But anyway, man, thank you so much for your time, bro. I don't want to keep you. I know it's probably late over there. It's 11 already over here on the West Coast. So thanks for coming.
It's 12:05 here. So.
Woo. Okay, and
yeah. So shout out to Globebusters, both Bob and Jaron, Cammy, all of FE Core. You guys are great. Love you guys, and we will. Holly, it was great to see you here. One day, hopefully, I get a chance to meet you, and my wife and I hopefully will be at the Ohio and the Denver, not the Denver, the Houston conference. So anyway, Ori, love you, man, as always. And if you guys want, come see us on jmtruth.com and theplaintruthmovie.com. Support us because we are going to take down the globe forever.
Thank you, sir. Keep kicking ass.
You too, brother.
peace out.
Peace out.
All right. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Joey Rocha. You want to join? What do you want to join? Let me make sure this is the real Joey Rocha. I don't know. He doesn't have anything probably on his YouTube channel. That's how I know. Yep, that's probably Joey Rocha. Joey, enjoy your wrench, brother. Hey, thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom, with that sub.
I really appreciate the subs. Woody doopty doopy dop doo.
I hope that's the most ridiculous thing you guys hear for the rest of the weekend.
Chee-hoo.
All right, guys. Let's do this. Let's go on. Let's continue with the news. I've got plenty of stuff here for you guys. Thanks for sticking around. Next up, I want to talk about a guy that should probably be in the chat room, but he's not right now, and that's Joki Mokilo? Joki Mokilo? I call him Joki, and I hope that's at least correct enough. Oh, I need to give JM Truth Productions a wrench. Where are you at, Broseph? Are you in the chat? You got to get in the chat and type something. I can't wrench you without you typing something. Yes. So Joki has been. Let me see. He's been a regular here around the Hoary Sheet Show for a good minute, and he started doing his own videos. And what he seems to be doing is putting a few of those golden nuggets of info right in front of our faces. In his own words, Joki says, "I am presenting to you a few facts that may stay hidden from you until now. G and C are not a constant, and we can use that as an argument. Please watch. If you don't like the intro, skip 40 seconds. Even Joki thinks he probably should shorten his own intros." I second that, Joki. But I'll play the intro because it's going to buy me some time. So let's check this out. This one is titled WOGD, Episode 7, Time, Space, and General Relativity. Einstein was wrong. So let's play this. Un momento, por favor. And here we go. Be right back.
Unless you want me to sing. Oh, 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 oh.
Alright, no, I'll be right back.
Now, you've probably heard that, in fact, the Big Bang is the beginning of space and time. This is a common thing that cosmologists tell people all the time. They say, they say the Big Bang, what is going on, what happened before the Big Bang, and you're told by very, very well-meaning and highly educated cosmologists there was no such thing as before the Big Bang. The Big Bang was the beginning of everything. There was no prior moment. Both space and time came into existence. At that moment, if you've gone this long in your life without hearing that before the Big Bang is like being north of the North Pole, then congratulations to you, because that's what you hear most of the time. But it might not be true. In fact, it's very, very inaccurate to say that we have a good reason to think that that is true. That is an extrapolation beyond where the currently known and understood laws of physics allow us to go. What is actually true is that as you go back to the early universe, using laws of physics as we know them, you don't hit a moment of time before which there was no time. You hit a point where your equations aren't good anymore. Einstein, here's a picture of Einstein. Now, you usually see pictures of Einstein with the gray hair and the rumpled sweatshirt and so forth, late in life. But when Einstein was doing his great stuff, special relativity, general relativity, things like that, in the early, this is 1912, I believe, he was a sharp-dressed young man. Someone was combing his hair. I don't know what was going on, but he was clearly a smart guy, a little bit on the ball, figured out how space and time worked. But his theory, general relativity, which explains gravity as the curvature of space-time, is incomplete. We know it can't be right because it's inconsistent with itself. General relativity predicts its own downfall because it predicts there should be places and times where the equations of general relativity don't apply. Those moments are singularities, places where things that should be finite numbers become infinite, and the Big Bang is one of them. So the correct thing to say about the Big Bang is not that there was no time before it, it's that our current understanding of the laws of physics gives out at that moment in time. We need to think a little bit harder. We should be open-minded. It could have been the beginning, or it could have been a phase through which the universe goes.
And that's how much time it takes me to make
A lemon dropped martini.
So, yeah, that was Joe Key. He's got at least 7 different videos. He's probably got more than that by now. I'm kind of scared to drink this martini because I definitely ran out of my limeade lemonade juice. So, let's get back to the news. Up next.
Truth or bullshit?
An article came from independent.co.uk, and it was titled, YouTube to delete thousands of accounts after it bans supremacists, conspiracy theorists, and other harmful users. Right?
What a bunch of shit.
Users that promote ideas such as flat earth and fake cures for illnesses will be hidden. Let's read into the article just a bit. Fake cures for illnesses and flat earth, guys. That's what they're going after here? YouTube will delete thousands of accounts after banning supremacists, conspiracy theorists, and other harmful accounts, it has claimed. The decision was made after an in-depth review of its rules on hateful content, YouTube said. While it has always banned hate content in general, the site has allowed some specific kinds of harmful videos. You don't say. So what kind of harmful videos do you think it allows? Right? I mean, obviously they're letting us talk about Bigfoot and UFOs and aliens. No problem there. Right? The decision was made after an in-depth review of its rules on hateful content, YouTube said. While it has always banned hate content in general, the site has allowed some specific kinds of harmful videos, such as the promoting Nazi ideology or claiming 9/11 did not happen. So it says, let me read that again. The site has allowed some specific kinds of harmful videos, such as those promoting Nazi ideology or claiming 9/11 did not happen. Those are allowed, but they're banning holistic health and flat earth information? Huh. Those videos, as well as other kinds of supremacist content, will now be officially banned. Oh! So that's the big change, right? Are they going to do that? Got more on that coming up in a second. Let's read a little bit more into this article. Today we're taking another step in our hate speech policy by specifically prohibiting videos alleging that a group is superior in order to justify discrimination, segregation, or exclusion based on qualities like age, gender, race, caste, religion, sexual orientation, or veteran status, it wrote about in a blog post. I'm assuming that came from YouTube's blog. That is expected to lead to the removal of thousands of accounts as it goes into place, though that could take some time. We will begin enforcing this updated policy today. However, it will take time for our systems to fully ramp up and will be gradually expanding coverage over the next several months, its announcer read.
That's a load of horse shit.
Or is it? All right. Let's check it out. So about this YouTube purge. This was a Reddit post that I found recently. Let's check out this post. I am not sure what's going on with some of the channels, but could they already be starting to crack down? Or is this something from the old rumor mill? Let's take a look. Big alphabetical list of banned YouTube channels. It's useful to see what content ThemTube finds dangerous and to find help spur a little shaft. These are supposedly a list of channels that have been banned. Some of them have been crossed out. I question why they've been crossed out. Have they been unbanned, or was this article wrong? One of them is Crow777. It looks like Crow777 is still there.
Welcome to Crow777 channel. On this channel, you'll...
Which makes me question the validity of some of the claims that some semi-popular YouTubers have been putting out. Let's go down the list. Some of them may also be familiar to you. Eric DeBay is on the list. Didn't they just nab him recently? I'm pretty sure they did. I heard that, right? Yes, I do type that fast. Eric DeBay has a channel with 28,000 subs. And it was created on my birthday last year. So the validity of this Reddit post seems to be
a big fat load of shit.
But I digress. Why did I even bring this up on my channel? Well, whatever the case is, keep your guard up, but chill out. I don't think they're purging channels. A couple of other channels listed on here is Richie from Boston, a channel called Truth Media Revolution. There's PK Boston. Maybe that's what I was talking about. Maybe it wasn't Richie. But yeah, Richie from Boston. And I'm pretty sure his is gone. But $341,000 subscribers, made in 2010.
I was wrong. Stop believing all of these truthers that you think are truthers.
Awake souls, I'm talking about you, turd. He did a whole broadcast on this, and he was completely wrong, apparently. Yep, pooped on it. Alright, next up. This isn't Flat Earth, but it's just as good. Oakland just decriminalized magic mushrooms, ayahuasca, peyote, and iboga. Let's read a little bit more about this. Oh, holy shit! From thewakingtimes.com, in a vast stride towards the, love that picture by the way, tool. In a vast stride forward, for the nationwide movement to legalize psilocybin or magic mushrooms, the Oakland City Council has voted unanimously to decriminalize natural psychedelics, including mushrooms, making the major California Bay Area city the second city in the United States to do so. I'm going to drink to that right now. The resolution orders law enforcement to immediately halt the investigation and prosecution of those who use the drugs, and it applies to psychedelics that derive from plants and fungi, including psilocybin mushrooms, and the psychedelic plants ayahuasca, cacti, and iboga. The law will not apply to synthetic drugs like LSD and MDMA or ecstasy, or any other man-made chemicals for that matter. What a fan-damn-tastic thing to read. What a fan-damn-tastic thing to read. I'll post that there in the chat, so maybe some of you would like to touch yourself to that later, behind closed doors. No problem. I know I did. Now, let's take a look at some more Flat Earth news. Ready for this? Michio Kaku wants to weigh in on the Flat Earth and anti-vaxxing. Yeah, I mean, as if the guy isn't shoved in our face. Now, I mean, look. Am I about to lump him in the same boat as, say, Bill Nye, the science guy? Or am I about to lump him in the same boat as Bill Nye, the science guy? Yeah, I think I am. But I have not passed such judgment yet. I have not even seen the video I'm about to present to you. And we're going to watch at least a little bit of it. I'm going to play for about 2 or 3 minutes here. And we're going to soak in some of the amazing facts that this wonderful scientist has to offer us. Hey, well, give him a chance. Give him a chance, guys. Let's pull up that video.
We still have flat earthers. We have people that don't believe in vaccinations. And
Damn
what
right.
do we do about it? Well, first of all, I think there's a gene. I think there's a gene for superstition, a gene for hearsay, a gene for magic.
Already this guy has lost me, but I digress.
A gene for magical thinking. And I think that when we were in the forest, that gene actually helped us. Because 9 times out of 10, that
Excuse me, what forest do you speak of, Mr. Kaku?
gene was wrong. Superstition didn't work. But 1 time out of 10, it saved your butt. That's why the gene is still here. The gene for superstition.
Next point. Why do I have no butt? Why did nobody save my particular butt, Mr. Kaku? Please continue.
And magic. Now, there's no gene for science. Science is based on things that are reproducible, testable. It's a long process, the scientific method. It's not part of our natural thinking.
No shit.
It's an acquired taste. It's like broccoli. You have to learn how the power can be unleashed by.
What? How the
how is this guy honestly going to try to say that broccoli requires such a drastic acquired taste? What the hell, people?
By looking at your diet, for example. So I think 1,000 years from now, 1,000 years from now, we will have flat earthers. 1,000 years from now, we will have people that still do not want to be vaccinated. Okay? So what do we do about it? Well, it's a struggle. It's a struggle that's eternal, because I think it's part of our genetic makeup. Okay? And there's even a name for some of this superstition.
Don't say.
It's called pareidolia.
Boah!
What is pareidolia?
You tell me, Broseph.
It's the idea that when you look in the sky, you see things that are not there. Let's do an experiment. Look at the clouds.
Oh my!
And try not to see something there.
Hold the fucking boat, Broseph. Broseph, I look into the sky and I see these things that look like stars, and they move around. Has anybody seen this before? The stars are moving around up there. Okay, not all of them. There's one probably everywhere that you can look, though, at least one. And they move. They look like stars, and they move ever so slightly in diagonal straight lines. They do all kinds of shit in the air. Sometimes I could have sworn it was some military pilot doing nosedives and somersaults and flips. Like, I thought this was military training for a while. I knew I lived on an airstrip, but they don't just sit there damn near stationary all night long from midnight to 6 a.m. in the morning. These are not stars. And there's something else that's going on. I don't even want to talk about it. Don't tell me I'm crazy, Mr. Kaku. Please, go on.
It's very difficult. You look at the clouds, you can't help it. You see Donald Duck, you see Mickey Mouse, you see snakes, animals, you see all sorts of stuff. You can't help it. Recently, the Notre Dame Cathedral partially burned down. And sure enough, somebody said, I see Jesus Christ there. I saw the picture. Maybe you did too. It really did look like Jesus.
Don't put me in the same fucking boat as those idiots.
Jesus Christ. But it was the ashes of Notre Dame. And how many times do people see the Virgin Mary in a glass of tea?
Or a piece of toast.
So we are hardwired to see things that are not there, because for the most part, they're harmless. For the most part, they do nothing. And once in a while, it saves our butt. And so that's why I think we will have flat earthers. We will have the people who don't like vaccination, because hearsay throughout human history was the dominant form of information sharing. You know, the internet is very new. Newspapers are very new. Science and technology is very new. But gossip, hearsay, slander, rumors, there's a gene for that, okay? So how do you combat it? Slowly, carefully, painfully. It's a painful process, but in some sense, we're going up against our genetic predisposition.
I thought he was going to say it's a painful process to build it back again. I thought he was going to quote like it. You know, Broseph, I lost. Let me just let him finish so we can just be done with this.
To believe in nonsense.
What?
Genetic predisposition
What?
process. But in some sense, we're going up against our genetic predisposition to believe in nonsense.
Excuse me, did you just say, like, unless we have a gene for science, we're going up against a predisposition for nonsense? I mean, what? If I understood that wrongly, then all I'm thinking you're trying to say is you think that us conspiracy theorists all belong in one basket, Mr. Kaku. And it's the same basket as those people that think they see Jesus Christ on toast, lattes, and the Notre Dame fiasco. I'm going to put it that way. I haven't looked into this, but I guarantee you a building of such stature did not burn down in the way that it did from some guys doing a little bit of maintenance in there. You're not going to... No, not happening, bro. They were hiding something in there. But, hey, I digress. What else do we have? Many of you probably missed this. I know I did. Mark Sargent's making his rounds, and I know that some of you do not like Mark Sargent. And hey, stop it! Stop it right now. Mark Sargent is what? I refuse to believe that. Can you repeat it one more time, though? Okay, well, maybe I'll tell everybody what you said later, but right now, I believe Mark Sargent's just doing his best. He landed himself a spot on Studio 10, an Australian news channel hosted by Sarah Harris, Carrie Ann Kennerly, Denise Scott, Joe Hildebrand, Angela Bishop, and Denise Drysdale. Mark went to bat for us, and I don't care what you think. He's doing his best, and he's running himself quite ragged from what I'm hearing. Kick-ass Mark. And let's have a look at what you did earlier in the month.
Walking around on Earth, you notice that it looks and feels flat, and this has led to millions around the globe to believe that the world is flat. The Flat Earthers movement is documented in the Netflix movie Behind the Curve.
Damn right.
Probably literally.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Why is it expanding the way it is?
If you get online, you'll see so-called evidence that seems scientific, and you go, huh, maybe they're onto something there.
They find this audience that takes them as gospel.
I just want to feel comfortable in things that I believe.
We're trying to get to the point where it's accepted.
It's today's conspiracy theory that we're tackling as part of our Conspiracy Week series. And with people from both sides, we have flat earther Mark Sargent, who joins us live from Seattle, as well as our space expert, Brad E. Tucker. Nice to see you.
Oh boy. Now, this right here. What was his name again?
Live from Seattle, as well as our space expert, Brad E. Tucker.
I'm sure that's not spice expert. I'm sure it's space expert, Brad something Tyler. Yeah. That face really says it all. Mark, got a question for you, sir.
Were you wearing makeup?
Nice to see you.
Mark, you look great.
Mark,
but it does seem like you had a little bit of blush.
let's go to you first. What exactly is the Flat Earth model?
Sure. The Flat Earth model says that we are not living on this little blue globe flying through space at incredible velocities in an impossible universe. We are living on a stationary, flat, round disk that is covered by a dome, and it's, despite what your model says there, it's not.
I can maybe see why you guys don't exactly like him saying that.
Floating in space, it could be sitting anywhere. It could be sitting on my desk right now. There you go.
And Mark, when did you first come across the flat Earth theory, or is it something you developed yourself?
No, I didn't invent the flat Earth theory by any stretch. I looked into it in 2014, and like most people in the flat Earth theory, I tried to disprove it and thought I could shoot it down in a weekend, and 9 months later, I...
First of all, let me look at what they put on the lower third. Flat or round, we debunk the flat Earth theory. Studio 10. No, you didn't, Brosifs.
Created something called Flat Earth Clues, which was a series of videos that asked the internet hive mind, hey, tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I made a mistake here. And that was in the beginning of 2015. And 4 years later, we have we've got 9 conferences this year. We have a documentary, tons of podcasts, and we're growing like crazy.
So actually, I just like to interrupt here. Like, one of the points here is that you're communicating to us via satellite and via a round globe, right?
Take note of the shit-eating grin on this dude's face the whole time. The whole time, he's like, I know so much more than you. Every little thing you say must be completely retarded, and that's the persona that I'm going to take on Studio 10, because I'm here with all the hosts, and you're way over there. Ha 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 ha. I'm such a douche. Yep.
Right? There is no way for your signal to get here right now to our studio. via a flat surface.
Unless most of the communications are done with fiber optics in the water, which they are. Satellites, by the way, I don't say that I don't believe in satellites. I'm just saying that the NASA high altitude balloon program, which has been going on since the 1950s, can carry a lot more bandwidth and a lot more payload than rockets ever could.
That's right, and I work on that project, thank you. And in fact, you know,
Oh, like that means a damn thing. I know people. I've seen in the Google Hangouts, and you know, we can get in touch with these people that were inside NASA that built the satellites, that had their fingers on the material. They know what material these satellites are made out of, and they understand the harshness of space. And quite frankly,
those materials will not hold up to the harshness of space, sir. So get off of your high horse.
Please continue.
you know what? We actually had someone. So Felix Baumgartner, he was this, essentially NASA got a crazy Austrian to jump from a large balloon. And one of the cool things in the video you see is he sees the curvature of the Earth from these high altitude balloons. Like you can actually go. You can actually go on now.
I sent a snapshot of the Felix Baumgartner jump, the Red Bull jump, and it's interesting because the curvature of the Earth from there, from 130,000 feet, is so severe that it means the entire world is about the size of Arizona. And so
on the Felix Baumgartner jump, what the fuck is this? Z on the left side of the split panel, Enith on the rest, Zenith. But look at the one on the left. Look at the picture right here. I can't put my hand all the way over there. Huh? Well, did he just switch sides? Oh, well, that's some people's pitiful excuse. No, he didn't switch sides. Somebody screwed up pretty bad on the Felix Baumgartner jump. Hello! And that's not the only problem with the Felix Baumgartner jump. Take a looky at this here.
It looks like Earth is the same size as Mexico. Even at 5 or 10 feet off the ground, it's that much of a ball. People, get your head out of your ass!
Thank you. Get your head out your asses. They're lying to us. Please continue, Mark. Don't let me hold you back, bro.
I also sent a video and the balloon thing, which you just saw. Look, we've got balloon footage at 120,000 feet, which is absolutely flat. So who's right? Felix Baumgartner, severe curvature, or us? And it's not even us that sent up the balloons.
Well, it's me, because I'll show you in a second. I took a photo
that's the curvature
where you can see the curvature. And I think this is the cool thing.
That's the curvature right there. Sorry, roll that back. That's the curvature there. It's at 130,000 feet, right there. No, not a chance.
Mark, I've got to ask, have you ever reached the edge of the Earth if it is indeed flat? And is it a little bit like the Truman Show? Have we got sort of, wooden sides to the Earth? I mean, what's there at the edge of the Earth?
What we're talking about here? No, we haven't reached it. Of course not. Antarctica is off limits to everybody but military and military scientists. The edge of the Earth is far beyond our reach. Meaning the Antarctic coastline is just the beginning of the edge, and we are talking about something with walls and a floor and a ceiling, very similar to the Truman Show, which is why I talked about in the documentary and I talked about in my clues, which says that, look, why couldn't it be something like the Truman Show? A planetarium, we can see all sorts of fun lights on the sky. Who's to say when you walk out of a planetarium, you're just not walking into a much bigger one?
Mark, please stop with the planetarium thing.
So who built the dome, do you think, Mark?
Oh, that's a big question. You really want to give that?
Right.
I'd like to jump in, right? My friends have been to Antarctica.
First off, it definitely.
I'm going to take a break for a second and read the chat room. What do you guys have to say about everything here on the broadcast tonight? I want to see if you have been trying to communicate with me, make sure you tag me. I'm only looking for orange. JM Truth, still waiting. There you are, bro. Glad you put it in orange. Enjoy your wrench. JM Truth. Thanks so much. Paige says, I'm not proud of myself now. Ted Sommer, you'll love it. Paige. whatever you're talking about, please make sure to send an email to horrysheetproductions@gmail.com. I like that sort of thing. Ace McLeod, best robot voice. I don't know what that is, but I would love to check it out when I'm not streaming. This guy's smart, but he's sold out and is held back. I'm sure you're talking about Michio Kaku. I think he can't prove that, says JM Truth. What a joke, says Holly Hughes. Yep. He's defining a word. Anyone can do that. Paige Schill. Defining a word. My memory is trash. This guy's not even a scientist. He's the new Bill Nye. He's been the new Bill Nye for a while. He's just been like he's just a second Bill Nye. He's officially a second Bill Nye, that's for sure. See you later, Ace. Globebusters, say by your command.
By your command.
By your command.
How about that? You got the best of both worlds. Or if you need it more 2019 flavored, a little LGBT-ish.
By your command, baby.
Yeah, I did that. It's that easy. It's that easy, guys. Part of my stream is to show you guys just how easy it is to do shit like that on the fly. Last night I was doing a test stream to get all the voices right, make sure it all works, and we were flat smacking on chat roulette with the creepy effects and the voices.
It was hilarious.
Tell you guys, that was really fun. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna save that stream for when I'm getting purposely hammered to hell and back. It's going to be great. But you got to make sure you subscribe to Flat Smackers Live, because I'm not going to do that too often on the Hori Sheet Show channel. We almost saw a dick the other day on stream. Almost. I'm just saying. All right, let's get back to it. Thank you, guys. All right, next up, Eddie Bravo goes on to the Joe Rogan Show again to talk about Flat Earth. He brings up the Tesla this time. Listen to what Eddie has to say and try not to put your fist through the monitor as you listen to how Joe tries to downplay literally everything like Eddie is nuts. Right? Let's listen to a little bit of this one.
Anytime you see a rocket shoot, you see it go up and then you see it go down into the ocean.
No.
They launch rockets.
You
They're launching
don't.
rockets.
That's what it looks like, because what you're seeing it go over the curve of the Earth, Eddie. You're seeing it go over the ocean. You're seeing it go up and over. And so as it gets further away that you can't see it anymore, it looks like it's going down.
It's supposed to be going up,
but
not
it is going
parallel
down. It is
to the
going
ground.
up. It's not going parallel to the ground.
Okay. So
they're shooting him into the fucking space, and the planet is spinning.
Yeah, okay. I understand that that's what you believe, but you got to understand why I believe what I believe, because
that's what you see. But if you have someone explain it to you, will you still believe it? If you have a scientist explain to you how the physics work,
no explanation. No, there's no explanation. I need evidence.
You need evidence.
And then when you see evidence, when you see that Tesla that they launched, and you see how fake it looks so fake.
Okay, but just because something doesn't look real doesn't mean it's fake.
But it doesn't mean it's real. I need evidence. I need evidence. That's not evidence. You look at it like that's not evidence.
Everything you see that you haven't seen with your own eyes might be fake.
Maybe. I don't trust. It's a liar you don't trust. Everybody
that's like a simulation.
You know,
right?
I had a friend who lied about everything. Everything about his life, where he was from, all the things he did. He was a wrestling champion. He had everything. And then I found out, like 2 years into the relationship, little by little, that he lied about this and he lied about that. Then I find out that he lied about everything. He's one of those guys that lies about everything.
And that's how you view the government.
Yeah, exactly. So he may be telling the truth, and even total liars will tell the truth throughout the day a lot just to get through the day. That you have to tell the truth to get, but then, at the drop of a hat, they're going to lie about their life in some crazy way or whatever.
I understand your logic, Eddie. Let me slow you down here. I understand your logic.
Joe, are you taking fluoride tablets, or are you just that? Never mind.
But you also have to assume that most of the people that are telling you the truth about this or that online, that also don't have proof, that also are talking about these things and they haven't shown you, you haven't seen it, you haven't been there, just like you haven't been, you know, examining satellites. These people, they you don't know if they're full of shit either.
They could be real. They could be.
They could be. But
There's
why
just-
would you
but
assume
every
they
picture-
were?
there-
Why would you assume they were, but the satellites are fake? See what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Assume
Why would I
that the
assume?
people that are making these YouTube videos, that they're correct, but the people that are putting up satellites
I just
shit.
go by science. That's it, scientific evidence, like real science. Like water is always level, right? We know that. Water is always level. At
This is
100
a
miles
bad
in the
conversation if you don't understand how gravity works over a giant fucking sphere.
No. If we live on a ball that's 25,000
You don't
miles in
think we do?
circumference, if we do, then the water should be bending at
Eddie,
a certain
please
rate,
stop
right?
with this. This
Right?
is so crazy. You don't
The
even
water
know what that means.
I do know what that
but you-
means.
but-
If it's a ball, the ocean should be curving at a certain rate, and they figured that
Look,
out.
Here's a. You can
That's
see
perspective.
This power.
It's perspective.
Yeah, but it's going around. Why is it going over the top, and why does it shrink at the end?
Everything. You look at the end of a street. Street lights do that.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Street lights do that.
But
That's called
a hill.
perspective.
Eddie, they do that on the hill.
Thank you, Eddie.
No, not on the ocean.
No, but you're looking at those electrical posts or whatever
Yeah.
you call them, and they go down. That's how street light. You go right.
Joe Rogan is actually saying that this shit right here is the amount of curvature that we're seeing on the Earth.
Oh my God, this is the level of stupidity.
Look how much it curves from this point right here, where the arrow is, from right here to right here. Let's just ignore all this. Let's ignore all of this looking like a straight line. This is where the accumulation of atmospheric lensing accumulates, and it exponentially, look, it even like goes up a bit and then curves down. This is how much light distorts everything. You guys, we need to stop doing observations like this over water and need to do actual measurements over water. Just saying, Mr. Joe Rogan. You're wrong, Broseph.
Right in the middle of the street. The very next street light appears to be shorter than that one. And then the next one appears to be short. That's how you draw shit. But is it really that short? No, it's just your perspective. You're actually looking at an optical illusion. You're actually looking at, it looks like they're getting shorter and descending. It looks, but are they? No, they're not.
Thank you. That's exactly what he's talking about right here. Okay. If you want to catch that, it's called Eddie Bravo Goes Crazy on Flat Earth Conspiracy. Again,
Looking at those,
Joe Rogan. And that was hosted on Talking Plus YouTube channel, 84 subs. Very small channel. Okay. Next up. Stars. I'm sorry to burst you guys' bubbles.
We have been wrong on the stars and you have been fooled.
I'm sorry, but we got to get this straight and we have to spread it like freaking wildfire. And this is not the only video I'm going to do on this. I have a camera and I'm going to show you how it's done 100%. Let's listen in.
In focus.
That's a star in focus.
Look at that. Those stars are...
Now listen, there's some weird doubling of audio effect. I don't know why there's a doubling of audio. Let's just get past it. It's not me. It's not a technical problem. Don't complain about it in the chat room or I'm going to poop on you.
Sun is a star. Then why doesn't all these stars look like our sun? Focus. Well, it's because you motherfuckers don't put them in focus. Watch. This is going into focus. Look at that. See how the point of light's getting smaller? Well, let's bring it on.
Look, we know this is really fucking unfortunate that this is all we can see of the stars, but they are not
On up to infinity.
They are
Let's
not
see what it looks like.
that. Sorry. This is when they're not in focus.
This is
Listen
what you
in.
done. Focus. Watch. This is going into focus. Look at that. See how the point of light's getting smaller? Well, let's bring it on up to infinity. Let's see what it looks like. This is what you dumbasses are doing. See? It's out of focus. Focus.
He's twisting the camera.
Not focused.
He's twisting the focus ring, nerds.
Focused.
Focused?
Not focused.
Yeah. Sorry.
The
Now,
fact that she has 100.
what the camera is doing, I believe, is collecting the correct color spectrum of whatever the hell it is up there making that tiny little light. Because all the stars, without question, seem to be different colors. And that's fantastic. But is that because the stars are exhibiting universally, unanimously different colors? Or is it some sort of atmospheric problematic situation where the same star, let's say Sigma Octantis, would appear a different color than somebody viewing the same star in a different part of the world? Like, if that's happening, we need to take note of that. But what we need to do right now as competent flat earthers is understand that this shit right here is not what the stars look like, nerds. Sorry.
Get that through your tiny human brains.
Excuse me. Come on, man.
61,000 subscribers.
Stop it, people. Thank you. Next up. We're almost done here. This is the last one. Now, well, there's two more. Now, a bit of music intervention. Oh, good. I need a bit of a break. Guys, we got to get this chick, Monica Bang, on the show.
Subscribers, your shows.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on. And I'm sure as you watch this, you'll see that there's plenty of reasons why she would make a great guest. Somewhere in the flat plane, we have people jamming out. And I mean jamming out like this is the bee's knees, bruh. I don't care. As long as it's flat earth, do it. Oh, yeah. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Oh! Oh! Reasons she should be on the show in 5, 4. Did she just hump the speaker? Okay. Thank you, Miss Monica Bang. That is from the Monica Bang YouTube channel, 11 subs. Get
the fuck over there, subscribe, and comment that you just came from the Hoary Sheet Show, or you can all go eat a dick.
I'm gonna do that shit. Go ahead, leave her a comment and say she was on the Hoary Sheet Show. There's a link in chat. No excuses. Absolutely no excuses. Hit the sub button. Leave a comment on that fucking video. Tell her the Hoary Sheet Show thinks it's amazing. Paige, don't ruin this. Don't ruin this page. This could be amazing. Next up, Pawn Stars. I don't watch this, but I found this extremely freaking hilarious. Pawn Stars decided to do an episode where they talked about a kid that brought in a piece of the Apollo 11 lander, whatever. Watch this. This is fantastic. It's upsetting, but it's hilarious. Check it out.
All right. What do we have here?
A piece of heat shield off the Apollo 11 space capsule.
Oh, really then?
Oh, you need some help with that, buddy?
Yeah.
That's seriously cool.
Yeah. We decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell our piece of the Apollo 11 space capsule. The least I'll take is $500,000 because it's from the Apollo mission.
$500,000. You have to be shitting me.
11 years old, we need to start thinking about college expenses.
Where in the world did you get this?
My great-grandfather found it washed up on the beach in the Bahamas.
You don't say.
So how does that mean it came from the Apollo 11 capsule?
Well, it was the only thing at the time they were using this for.
And do you know why they need a heat shield?
It keeps the astronauts inside the capsule from burning up when the capsule re-enters the atmosphere.
Oh, you're good. I mean, if it's off Apollo 11, it's pretty cool. I mean, first time we landed on the moon, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Still makes my hair stand up.
Let me have someone look at it, though, okay? The Apollo space program represented the best of America, and to hold anything associated with it is really cool. If it's real, we got some serious money here. So I called in my buddy Mark to see if he could help us out.
That's cool. I can remember when we stepped onto the moon.
Are you gonna totally drop the bomb on this poor young child? Really, Broseph? In a cowboy hat and a pink shirt rolled up? Let's watch.
Now, the heat shield part of the space program was one of the most important parts. It's an aluminum honeycomb, and then this is a phenolic resin, is what they call it. And this was...
I stand corrected. He's not even wearing a cowboy hat. It's some kind of... What the fuck kind of hat is that? It's a mix between a cowboy, Indiana Jones, a circus guy, and a straight-up magician. Let's just cut off the coney part of the Dr. Seuss hat, dye it all black, forget about any design, make it mysterious, and you've got this guy's hat. Apparently he doesn't cut his nails. Let's go.
Literally individually injected in each part of the honeycomb. Wow. To be able to come up with a heat shield that could slow down the transmission of heat from tens of thousands of degrees on...
I'm sorry, I do videos, and if I was on public TV, I would definitely cut my nails. Moving on.
The outside to 70, 75 degrees on the inside. It was a technological marvel. So what are your concerns?
I just don't know. Is it off the Apollo 11 capsule?
It is, I believe, from the Apollo program.
Uh-oh. You saw that little head nod the boy did? Let's go back. Let's watch that head nod again. Wait. Granddad said, but my granddaddy said.
It is, I believe, from the Apollo program. One of the things about the heat shield on the command module is you'll never find holes like this in it. It had to be a solid piece. The other thing is there's no charring. So this is a piece that didn't make it through the atmosphere. This is not off the command module.
Well, I do say this is fairly awkward.
However, I do believe that it's probably one of the test rockets. I think you've got a really wonderful piece.
Well, thanks, Mark.
Very good to meet you.
Awesome. How much is it worth?
Thank you for bringing it in. Even though, no, it's not off the command module, no, it's not off Apollo 11, it's still out of that program, so you ought to be proud that he's got it.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make you an offer.
Ah, and that is it. That's pretty much it.
That's really
The look of disappointment. Sorry, guys. Sorry, kid. There's no proof that any of that's real. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Now, that's about it. That's the end of the show. I do want to give everyone who has been watching an opportunity to call in, but I have no idea why you would want to actually call into a show like this, except to just be heard, right? We all like to be heard. Yeah, they like your voice to be heard. All right, so let's do that. Let's open up the phone lines right now. I'm going to open up and give you guys the phone number, but you got to give me a second because, you know, this takes a minute. Good things take a minute. 504-264-3609. The phone lines are open. If you want a final word on the show, anything that we have broadcasted tonight, please take the time, pick up your phone, and ring-a-ding-ding-dong. Zulu1 says, why am I awake? How's it going, Mark? Mark, I got something special for you.
Mark, you're an awesome guy, and I like you so much, but not in a gay way.
I hope that did it for you, Mark. I hope it made everything worth it tonight. Paige says, Zulu1, my country hates your videos, brother. Most are not watchable. There's only money in faking space, says Fractal Escape. I do agree. Where'd Holly go? Holly's still here. Hey, Holly.
Holly, where are you? I'm trying to say hi.
This is pretty much the end of the show if nobody calls in. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm going to put the number in one more time. And then maybe I'll bitch about it a little bit. I'll bitch about my life and the current state of things, and then I'll end the stream. How about them apples? Oops. Holly's Holly is here. What's up, Holly? I figured that. I just wanted to call you out. All right. That's it, guys. I'm too embarrassed by my accent, says Paige. I don't care who calls in, Holly. If you want to call in, you can call in. It's just, you know, it's open to everybody. I had fun tonight, and after this, I'm going to get some work done. That's all I know. But yeah, tonight was a win. And what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to start branching off to convex Earth conversations, holistic healing conversations. There's some people that have been emailing me for a while, and maybe I'll give them a spot. But yeah, that's all I know right now. You called me out. I feel obligated. If you want to call in, that's fine. I'm not expecting anybody to call in. I just wanted to put it out there. But yeah. What else am I going to be doing? You know, I'm going to start going live more on the Horty Sheet Show. So if you guys don't like me like playing video games, and you think you think that by me playing video games is somehow breaking away from truth, well, you should know me better than that, because once the channel here gets big, I'm going to mix in Flat Earth every now and then. Every now and then. I'm going to take a different take on everything. Man, you guys know right now how I feel about Flat Earth. I believe that that's what we are on. And I'm also looking in to other things. I have no idea who this is going to be. Oh, I know who this is.
Hello, you're on with the Horty Sheet Show.
Maybe. I can't hear you. Oh man, we can't hear you. Give us a ring-a-ding-ding back when you fix your stuff. But maybe I'll leave you a second to click on the gear button. Click the gear button here. and make sure your microphone is right. So let's see if we can have this wonderful specimen on the line. You guys don't know who's about to pop on, but I love this man. He's in it for truth, and he does not give two shits what you think. He's going to tell you what he's been up to, but it's still not working. Still not working, bro. I'm sure he's sitting there going, what the hell's going on? He just hung up. Maybe you figure it out. I just wanted to give you a minute to hit the menus and access everything while it's on the call, because I know that's easier to do than going into your browser settings. Let's see. Hello, you're on the Horishi Show. Oh, we're still not good. 1172. Let's take unknown caller. Hello, you're on the air with the Horishi Show. What the hell's going on? I can't hear anybody in my call. Hold on. Oh my God, is it going to work now? I'm going to have to call myself now and see if you guys are screwing up or what. Let me call my own show. Hold on. Hold the boat. Hold on. I'm going to call my own show and make sure this works. Because if it's not me, it's you. Oh my God, no, wait, no. Hold on. I know you guys are probably trying to dial, and it's giving you this weird... This is so weird. Like, I'm trying to call myself. I can understand how you guys are having trouble. Alright, I'm gonna copy that. I don't feel like doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. The fuck? Oh my God. I bet I'm gonna get an email here in a second. If you guys have been trying to call me this diligently, my hat's off to you guys. I didn't know it was this hard. What the fuck?
State your name, phone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Oh my God. Oh wait, maybe it's gonna go through after that. Oh, it does. Okay. Oh wow, it's not working. That's amazing. Okay, Fokker, how's it going?
Good, man. What's happening?
Oh man, I'm trying to figure out this audio problem. It seems like my shit's not working, eh?
No, it's not working.
Right?
I should figure it out.
I'm trying, bro. But yeah, I got you on right now. Maybe we can either wing this or I can try to figure this out.
Well, I don't know. You know, the funny thing is, I was doing a live stream, watching your stream on the side and reading your chat while I was streaming. It's funny, we went live at the same time.
I saw that. Yeah, I did. I thought that was you or Authentic Intent 1. Yeah.
So that's what's happening. I don't know how we can link our fucking hangouts together for a little bit.
I tell you what. Hey, let's do that. I tell you what. I'm gonna let my viewers view your stream. So you hold down the fort while I go pee. And if you want to do that, you want to connect on. You got Skype?
I have Skype. Yeah.
You want to try to? Can you set your stuff up and I'll set my stuff up and we'll just Skype each other in on our broadcast together?
I don't know how to use Skype with Hangouts. You use OBS, right?
Oh, yeah. That's right. You're just on Hangouts, huh? I could join your Hangout. Yeah. I could join your Hangout. Drop me a link. Send the link to horisheetproductions@gmail.com, and I'll open it, and I'll join you. That'll be easier.
Okay, and then it'll be on both of our channels?
Yeah. As long as I join you and you're good, my stuff is going to be set because I'll make it right. How about that?
You're the tech champion.
I am, sir. I'll leave it up to myself. But I have to go pee first. So I'm going to put my stuff on your channel. So you tell everybody, hey, we're going to do this. And when I get back, I'm going to click on your link and we're going to have a talk about anything from flat earth news to convex earth to Mandela. I don't care, man. Let's just have a cool convo and then I'll end my show here.
Perfect.
Awesome. See you in a couple. Send me that link.
Sorry, what is it? Hori Sheet Productions?
HoriSheetProductions@gmail.com. Send me that link.
Productions with an S.
Yep, with an S.
Okay.
All right. Catch you in a minute. All right. All right, so we're gonna head on over to Flat Earth Focus channel right now. He went live right when we went live. I'll fix this problem later. For whatever reason, I'm sorry guys, I cannot hear you in the call-in channel right now, and I do not feel like fixing it. But yes, I know I type fast. I'm sorry. We're going to go to Flat Earth Focus YouTube channel. And we're going to say hello. You can see he's live right now. Make sure you guys subscribe. Subscribe to Flat Earth Fokker. And I'll let him hold down the fort. I'll be right back. I know I type fast. I'm sorry. We're going to go to Flat Earth Focker's YouTube channel. And we're going to say hello. You can see he's live right now. Make sure you guys subscribe. Subscribe to Flat Earth Fokker. And I'll let him hold down the fort. I'll be right back. I know I type fast. I'm sorry. We're going to go to Flat Earth Focker's YouTube channel. We're going to say hello. You can see he's live right now.
Oh wow, he's got me on his channel. Hold on, I gotta mute this. Can you guys hear me? Let me move this over here. Let me get my screens working properly. There's Hori's. That's Hori's feed, and this is my feed. I'll just move this over here. What's happening to the Hori Sheet viewers? All right, let me. Paige says she never gets a notification. Check if you're still subbed, Paige. Because here's what's happening the last month. My subs haven't moved. But apparently I gained 100 new subscribers in the last month. But I'm at the same exact place. I think I'm at like 2110, around there. I've been between 2110 and 2101 and 2017. But apparently I got 100 new subs this month. So a lot of people, I think they got unsubscribed. So that's what's happening. Not knowing how that's possible. Okay, whose chat is this? Mind of Manny's over here. Lucas P. What's up? Holly Hughes. JM, I already said JM Truth. Ted Somner. And who's over here in my chat? We got Jeffrey Bale. Paige, is she in both? Paige is in both chats now. Jeffrey Bale, Lord help us. Paige needs a wrench. She needs to be blue. Flat Earther from the Pacific Northwest. What's happening, brother? Intentionally spaced out. Emissary. Emissary, weren't you here a little while ago? You were. Okay, so we're waiting on a Hori Sheet. It looked like he was doing a pretty good stream. And he just went to go pee. How was this stream, guys? Looks like he was talking about a lot of topics. There's a new documentary coming out. And let me put on my naked hat. You guys tell, I don't know why I'm liking the pink. Let me wear this back. Naked. Naked. Better wear a ball cap. Oh. Growing the mohawk. Yeah, I think I'm going to grow it back, see how it goes. I'm missing the mohawk. The bald head is pretty good. Oh, turn my mic. I gotta just talk lower. I think I have to lower down my volume that I talk at. It becomes really echoey. Let me just make sure my settings are on studio. I don't have the setup that Hori Sheet has, unfortunately. So whenever I'm in my office, and you know what it is? I think I know what the problem is. It's an old computer. It's an old computer with old hardware inside of it, even though I upgraded the RAM. I got 16 gigs of RAM in here. I got a bigger hard drive. It's a SSD hard drive, so the computer is really fast. But when the guy made the computer, I totally forgot to tell him to. Well, I did tell him what I wanted to do with the computer. I told him I wanted to get into video editing later, and so make me a computer to help me do that really fast. And then he knew I had a YouTube channel. I flat smacked him. He's been in a couple of my flat smacking videos, so you know, he should have known I need something with good audio. He gave me actually, I've changed the mic. It shouldn't be that bad. Anyways,
all right.
He gave me a webcam, Microsoft webcam, and there's a mic in the webcam, so it should be fine. I think there's just too many walls here behind me, and that's why it echoes a lot. Maybe if I open this door, sound will escape a little bit. I basically need to get like sheets or something to buffer the sound so it doesn't echo. That might help it. 4 milligrams of RAM. Hey Dom, what's up? We're gonna see you in 2 weeks.
All right, he's gonna send a link here.
Let me tell him that I emailed him already. I'll do it again.
Huh.
Okay. Sent it again, Hori Sheet.
All right. This email system. I remember the days of Netscape Navigator.
Let me see what he's saying.
Yeah, I'll just get you on Facebook. Yeah, PM me on Facebook.
Hori, I sent you a link.
I'm sure you did, but it's not here, bro. You know how they're trying to keep us censored.
This of Netscape Navigator.
He's listening though.
Yeah, I'll just get you on Facebook. Yeah.
There we go. All right, let's get him on Facebook. All right. Now that you guys know my personal business. Is this even live on Facebook? Like, oh wow, it is live on Facebook. Fantastic. Right. Let's get him on Facebook. And that's wonderful. Like, nobody watches me on Facebook. Like, you guys know when I do the Hori Sheet Show to come on, when I do the Flat Earth Digest, y'all get on the YouTube channel. It's great. But I can do the most random shit, and everybody on Facebook will watch it. That's what's funny about that. All right, I got it, bro. I got it. Let's do this. Yeah, there we go.
I can't hear you.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. It's
Hello?
my fault. It's all good now.
You hear me?
Oh, you were good. It was my fault.
Oh, wow.
I hear an echo myself, though. Can you turn me down?
I think, oh yeah, when I do a hangout, I gotta wear the earplugs.
Yeah,
Hold on.
wear the earplugs. Let's do it, yeah!
When I'm with someone, I gotta wear earplugs. Look at you, man, you're already making me like into, with all your techno stuff. You're making me look so good.
Hey, man, that's what I do, bro. Yeah. I have it screwed up. I should be on one of these little tiny monitors, but I don't know why I can't get this thing to work consistently. It's like, it's so weird. But at least you're on the main screen, and I'm here, and that's the best thing I can do right now. I can make this a little better, but yeah. Right now, I want to say hi, man. It's been so cool hanging out with you, getting to know you. Look, here we go. Boop. Isn't that better? Look, now it's perfect. Oh, that's fantastic. But
there you go.
It's been so cool getting to know you. I met you at the conference in person, and I discovered your channel a couple months before that. But we actually hung out in person, and we stayed up till what, like 7:40 in the morning. We watched everybody, dude. We watched everybody waking up, and I remember looking at each other, going, "Dude, we probably should go to fuck to bed," because I mean, I know I looked a wreck. I'd been up all night, and I was just like, man, I should probably get some sleep. And I tried to look. This is the funny part about that. When I parted ways with you, bro, I went to the elevator to go back to my room, and I was gonna take a nap, right? And on the way there, I catch Paul in the plane. He's coming out the elevator, and he's like, "Hey, Hori, how's it going? Good morning." And I was like, "Hey, Paul, what's up?" He's like, "I'm going to get my coffee. You coming out?" And I was like, I've been up all night. I think I'm gonna go to sleep now." And he's like, "What? You look fresh." And I'm like, "Do I?" So what did I do? I went back to the room. I wet my face a little bit. I did my hair a little bit, and I come right back out the hotel elevator and said, "Let's do it again." But I didn't get any sleep, dude. Oh, you muted. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that, dude. I went to the room and I crashed, and I slept in and missed the conference the second day. There.
Oh my God, I figured that because I know you probably went back to sleep, but I didn't see you.
Yeah, no, I woke up after lunch sometime and
yeah.
joined everybody.
I could see that. That's about right. I stayed up the whole day, and then everybody gets, they start getting feisty at about 8, 9 o'clock that night, 10 o'clock after everything's done. What do? They come to Hori's Sheet Show and Caroline's Lemon Drop Martini Room, and I'm finally saying, look, I'm going to try to catch a little shut-eye. And as soon as I go to sleep, everybody piles in my room to drink lemon drop martinis, and I got the most hilarious pictures of me on the bed trying to fall asleep like this. And I got people like sitting right on the bed. They're all partying around me. I'm trying to get sleep. Everybody's like, I think at one point somebody almost spilled a martini on me. So they're like, whoa, wait. That's Hori sleeping right there. And somebody's like, wait, what? There's Hori Sheet Show sleeping right here? It was hilarious night, bro. Hilarious.
Oh, that's funny, man. How many people were in the room?
Oh, God. I had D Marble. We had Caroline and me. Effie Mishka was the chick that was sitting on the bed drinking a martini and almost spilled it on me. She's like, wait, Hori's under this lump of blanket? And then I had, oh my God, dude, there was like 3 other people. Angel was there. Oh my God. Yeah, it was like 2, 3 more. I had about 8 people in the room. It was a fantastic night. Never forget it. And then, if you guys don't know, I was tripping balls on freaking LSD. Somebody slipped me some LSD later on. It was redonkulous times a bajillion after that. I ain't even gonna.
So you were up for 2 days, and someone slipped you some LSD to top it off.
Oh my God! Like, dude, I don't know at what point it happened. I'm pretty sure the LSD happened, and I was still coming down when me and you were talking at 7 in the morning. That's kind of what happened. I think it was like, I mean, and the funniest part about it is nobody could tell. I was talking to people like Dave Murphy. I was like, Dave, I've been watching your YouTube videos for like a year, bro. I love what you do. But I couldn't exactly say that. I was tripping so hard. I was like, Dave, bro.
It's all good. It's all good. It was a good time.
But look, his face said it all. He looked at me and was like, the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then somebody asked me to sign their guitar and their hat, and bro, I could not even use a pen.
Wow.
It was hilarious. So somebody's got the Horty Sheet Show signature on the guitar, and more power to him. I don't even know what that looks like.
Hey, are you still in Arizona?
Yep.
When are you going to head over to Louisiana again?
Oof. Well, that's up in the air. I thought I had that in the bag. I thought, I don't know. I don't know. It could still be in the bag, but I don't know. At this point, I don't know if I'm going to end up in New Orleans or if I'm going to say, fuck it, and grow my hair out long and adopt a cool-ass dog and travel around and sleep under bridges. Like, almost ready to do that, to be honest. I mean, and there's a lot of reasons. I'm not kidding either. I'm not even joking. I'm not talking up my ass. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm serious. I'm about done with the world, and sometimes I go to sleep at night and I think about whether or not I can fit that monitor, that camera, that desktop computer, all 4 lights, all 4 tripods, a guitar, and an amp in a garbage can, and then walk away.
Really, eh?
I do. Because this world is so screwed up, and there's very, very few people willing to change it, or willing to support people that are willing to devote their whole life to fucking changing it. See, we're so gullible as humans, and we're brainwashed very easily. We're hypnotized very easily, and a lot of us don't know it. And I think some people have been taking advantage of it. I'm not. I try to take my mask off so hard that in doing so, I see everyone else wearing theirs. But I can't convince anyone of anything other than what I feel in my gut, and I just don't even try to anymore. So much so, I'm about ready to walk away from it all. But I digress.
Yeah, I mean, I think I personally myself, the last month, I've been off YouTube. I've cut my YouTube down, both in viewing videos and just, making videos 80%. And I had to do that. I started losing my mind. It was affecting all aspects of my life, my marriage, just being consumed, knowing that we're being lied to and nobody wanting to do anything about it. It's not the fact that I was spending a lot of time, mining and discovering what the lies are and kind of educating myself and waking up from the deception, but it was just the fact that nobody fucking cared. Just like you said, that's the disheartening, disappointing part of it all. And just cutting down the YouTube and not being like, I don't know if it was the right decision, but I mean it was the right decision. Like it's not like we can ever go back to sleep. We can't go back to sleep, but just having to go and feed the matrix a little bit again. Just I don't know. It gave me a little bit of balance, and I'm better, just where I was mentally a month ago.
I saw you battling that, and I was wondering if you were going to stop doing everything at the time. And I wasn't quite there yet, but now I'm there, and I'm looking at. I have a pretty hard time limit on my life, bro. Coming up in about 4 or 5 more months. I don't know. I don't know what my life's going to look like. Now, I could go back into the Matrix. Absolutely. I could take this 4 months and go to work. I could ride a bike there and make that money and 9 to 5 it until I get whatever I need to pay rent and keep it up. No, fuck that shit. I don't want that life. I did that. I actually did that and became a manager for several different stores, training employees. Yeah, it made me feel great. It made me feel like I was training people at the age of 25 that were 42. Like, dude, there's nothing like I mastered the Matrix, and I learned that I don't want any part of it. I learned that no matter how good I was, somebody else was willing and ready to claw their way to the top, to hold on to their stability, and they had no problem shitting on me in their attempt to do so. And when I realized that there's no way around that after 3 or 4 companies, well, fuck that shit. The Matrix can kiss my ass. But you know what? I can play the right game. I can play by the rules. But what I would do if I played the Matrix as it should be played, so that you gain that wonderful house, that wonderful car, whatever it is that most people aspire to have as a simple baseline. You see, I'm not willing to do even that much because it sucks my particular soul dry. I'm not saying that anybody who does is getting their soul sucked as dry as mine. I'm saying that you guys, everyone else but me, seems to be able to do this and be much more hardened than me. Me, I can't fucking do it. I'd rather throw everything away in the fucking garbage can and go adopt a dog and grow my hair long, because that's how I want to look in this fucking world. And peace out, bitches. Like, dude, seriously, I'm there. The hardest decision in that would be, do I give my shit to someone, or do I just crunch it up with a hammer? Because, oh my God, I've visualized it so much, beating up this camera with a hammer and this TV and just being like, I'm done. Like, and there's no way back. There's no way back from that. When you smash everything in your life into tiny bits, you have no choice but to completely
change your life.
And I'm about ready to do it just to see if there's a God that gives a fuck about it, right? Ooh. That's a different can of worms.
Yeah, I think it's an individual journey, and it's something that, you know, if it's calling you,
it's calling.
It's something that we have to. Otherwise, just rent space in our head. You know, that what if. And you can go down that path, and you can't say it's permanent or forever. So I disagree on that. You could come back from that.
Exactly. Well, I could eventually. Like I could, you know, because money at that point, right? If I just destroy everything, money isn't something that I should expect to ever get, which means that it certainly should not be a necessity in my life, which means that other things for survival would be a necessity. What? Eating, drinking. That's it. Everything else is a luxury and comfort. So my whole life would revolve around making very little money so I could survive. The next part would be surviving on comfort. And I'm pretty much throwing that out the window. That would be the hardest fucking thing. The hardest thing to do is to figure out how to survive in the heat, in the cold, and with a dog. Like, that's going to be, it's like a whole different fucking world. But, dude, at this point, I'm done, man. I don't fucking want to do what everybody else is doing. I just fucking don't.
Well, you seem pretty upbeat about it still.
I got everything I need, too. I'm ready to go.
You've simplified it, right? I mean, I was at your place there, at Carolyn's place, in your little room. I can attest to it. You've simplified your life, and you get by as a minimalist.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the tech, the computer, and, you know, to do your show, you don't have anything, Yori. You don't have anything. You have a bike? I didn't see your bike, but you say you have a bicycle. So
That's her bike.
That's her bike. You don't even have a bike. You got, like, I think 4 pieces of clothing in the closet.
I know, and that's most of her daughter's stuff from when she moved out. Like, probably half the shit you saw was not even mine in the closet. Yeah, really. I'm looking around. Like, I got a green screen. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. I got 2 monitors, a computer, and a guitar, bro, and a camera. That's it. I got my life in a room. I can fit it all in a little 4-door sedan in the back seat and still room to spare. No, I'm done with, like, I know what it takes to live life, man. I know what it takes. And believe me, I have lots of reasons to try to go back into the Matrix. Like, I got kids. I can do that shit, but I have to think about the bigger picture. And yeah, the bigger picture is past my family. At this point, I can't live the life I would ever hope to live, to be a dad the way I want to be. No, that can't actually happen unless I'm willing to really fucking hate my life, going to work and acquiring a house and just to have an environment for my children. No. Sorry. That's too far gone at this point. Now it's like, I'm pissed. It's time to change this world. But I'm kind of like at the point, like, you know, I'm either going to take a different change with my whole channel and the direction just to amass a bunch of eyeballs and wake people up en masse. Because look, focusing on flat earth, not happening. We're not getting anywhere. Why? Censorship, bro. Censorship. We're not going to grow talking about flat earth. That's it.
No, we're not. I mean, once you're, like, you know, I've been saying this for a while there. I've talked to a lot of people. There's no getting through to these people. That's why a lot of people disagree with me, but you know, the only explanation that makes sense and is in my opinion right now, is we're surrounded by NPCs. That's their role. They're not meant to wake up. They're there to be a challenge to us, to be an obstacle in our lives, and kind of, you know, be that resistance that we face in our own growth. Because growth comes through resistance, right? Muscle growth, life growth, emotional growth, all of this comes through trials and tribulations. And these people are our resistance for our soul, or, you know, us to grow and find the answers in life. And who knows what those answers are, but I think they're our challenge to help us find the answers. It kind of sucks because I don't know if it's ego, like you said, like, you know, this material world, we need to, you said, you just got to eat and drink water, and maybe a roof over our head is necessary as well. But, you know, we do desire to do a little bit more in life than that. You know, get some more enjoyment out of life past
Absolutely.
Eating and surviving. You know, that's what animals do, Hori. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Animals just eat and, you know, live and shit and hunt, and I mean, that's their life.
Yeah.
And then if that's all our life becomes, is just worrying about the next bite and shitting it out, then that's not much of a life for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I struggle with that reality versus attempting to figure out how to continue to do what I'm doing now. Or what? Like, I'm not going back to the 9-to-5 grind reality bullshit life that I know it already consumes my soul. There is a specific, there's a gut calling in me that says, yeah, go and be free. And I don't know what's going to come of that. The only thing I do know is that when I follow the gut feelings, some interesting stuff happens in my life. Like, doors open up to me that just weren't there before. And I'm at a cusp. I'm at a crossroads right now, figuring out what to do. I really don't know what to do. You're still muted, by the way.
Thanks. I mute myself so the vape doesn't people's ears off.
I noticed that.
So, like, you know, when you were speaking about going, like, you know, you were successful in managing and training people. You know, when we go and live that life, that's a distraction of the system. That's what it wants us to find, kind of
sense of purpose.
Sense of purpose in. But we're wasting, I think, what our real purpose is. I don't know what that is, but we should be spending our life, our time, our energy figuring that out and living that purpose. Absolutely. And by plugging into the matrix, like you say, it sucks people like your soul and my soul. It sucks our soul, and a lot of the people here in the chat are commenting as well. You know, it sucks our soul. Then what are we going to be? We're going to be on our deathbed, and we're going to have failed in this life, and that sucks.
That's why I don't know what to do, man. You get me, right? You get me. You understand that I can go into the system, be successful, and be a miserable ass son of a bitch. Like, that's what I'm saying. Or I don't. There's no balance here. There's no balance as a single person. You could try to balance this in a sort of manageable way as a partnership, as a duo, because then, look, Okay, the amount of work I can do, like a good fucking 2 weeks of my month went to making a good $400. I could pull it $500 in 2 weeks. Two of me is $1,000 a month, and I know where I can go for $600 a month rent with an acre of land, and a couple hundred more is rent and utilities. I mean, a couple of hundred more is just utilities. There's 600 rent, utilities, a couple hundred more, food, etc. That's like saying, yeah, two of me can work about a week and a half, 2 weeks out of the month. Half the month we could be working, half the month we could be fucking off. But you need more than one person. Unless I could be maybe renting a room somewhere for like $400, and I could probably pull that. And I'm willing to do that much. But there's so many things in my life like I could aspire to that I need to be working a hell of a lot more to achieve, and I'm not willing to work a hell of a lot more because I already know what that feels like. And I'm an asshole, a 100% straight capital A asshole to everybody around me and in my life because I hate my life. So like for me, I mean I don't know, like I'm a perfect candidate for fucking antidepressant medication. Take your pick. But I don't want to self-medicate like that either. The problem with me is I'm not unhappy because I have a problem. I'm unhappy because we all should fucking be trying to fight the system. Like you said, nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. And that's upsetting.
Yeah, well, there's a point where I had to... am I muted?
No,
there's
you're good.
There's a point where I've realized I have to learn to not get upset by it. And the only way I cannot get upset is just kind of feel pity for them or accept that that's their fucking role. That's the script they're running. They're NPCs. That's the only thing that sort of calms me down and doesn't let me get upset. Because anything else, if I treat them, I do, like in a personal interaction, I have to still treat them as a soul, a brother, a sister, and to help that being in front of me.
Right.
But then it comes to a point when they don't want to accept or are unable to accept the lies that they live. The conclusion is they're NPCs. And that makes it a lot easier for me not to get upset. And it's kind of like you move on. It's like when you do
man, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
When you do anything over and over enough time, it becomes habit. You know what I mean? In the beginning, it's hard, but then you get used to it, and it becomes normal. And once it becomes normal, we're not so emotionally triggered by certain aspects. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like I can't think of an example off the top of my head. It's like a breakup, like like you were in love with someone or whatever for a long time, and then you're hurt. For some people are a month, 2 months. Some people hold on to it for years. But it comes to a point where you have to let it go and it becomes normal. Well, let's just say somebody wrongs us. Somebody betrayed us, like betrayal. So we're hurt by it. We're so emotionally charged by this betrayal. But as we live in this betrayal, after a little while, things subside. It's like a storm that subsides and calms itself down. And that's exactly what is happening for myself in dealing with people and flat smacking. I still want to flat smack. It still gives, after an afternoon of flat smacking or a good conversation, I feel somehow charged up because I spoke truth.
Yeah.
So that makes me vibrate higher. But I have to question and ask myself, did I actually do anything productive? Did I actually make a change and, a positive impact? And the truth of the matter is, no, I did not. And a lot of people are delusional in that, no, it did make it, it did work, and it is a positive impact. No, it's not. And then I question, when I do activism now, or I flat smack, is that more about, am I really trying to spread the truth? That's my intention. Or I also have to question, is this like some kind of self-gratification and mental masturbation for myself?
Nah, that's a good point.
But I'm aware of that. Here's the difference. I'm aware, and I'm questioning the difference.
Good.
A lot of people do not question.
Self-awareness and discernment is what some of us in the truth community lack. And when you lack self-awareness and discernment, I group you into the NPC boat. Does that make sense? If you lack self-awareness and discernment of what's truth and what's bullshit, if you're just that means to me that you just have like this, you don't know what the fuck. You're just going along with some kind of flow. Like you have to be self-aware of what you're doing, how others perceive you, what's right and what's wrong, and you have to be able to discern bullshit from truth, or you're not awake. You're not even conscious in this fucking like reality right now. And I look at even myself as dude, oh my God. See, this is what I don't think people understand. There's a way to judge yourself, okay, from a Christ consciousness or a third person perspective, and look at your own ego and look at your own faults and everything. You have to be able to look at yourself at the same, like, from that perspective as you do everybody. And you have to try to, like, I'm talking about Christ consciousness here. I know I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be. I know I could be better at X, Y, and Z. But because I'm able to look at myself and see all of my own flaws, and I try not to wear a mask around others, and I try not to deceive you or any of my friends because I can, because I'm smart. And I probably got that from my dad, to be able to manipulate, but I choose not to. I choose not to have the mask, and when you don't wear the mask, you can see other people's masks. You could see dude, this is why I talk to you, bro. You're real. You're cool, but you're actually real. You're like not an NPC, as I would put it. and I recognize that. And it's hard, I don't know, man, it's hard to relate to people how to see this in others. We have
to find the challenge of like I don't know, you're kind of off the grid, and you know, in my life I still have a lot of interacting that I must do on a day-to-day basis with many NPCs, you know, and so it's like a maze that I gotta navigate through, right? Turning it on, turning it off, finding that balance. And of course 2 years ago, waking up, it was like the teeter-totter was swinging up on too much on one side, and slowly over time, I'm learning. I don't have that perfect balance, but I'm getting better at, you know, being balanced in that state. Knowing that person is an NPC. I mean, there's a couple of people close in my life. I straight up tell them, man, you're behaving like an NPC right now. Of course, it goes over their head, but it does keep them in check just a little bit in their behavior, in their conversations with me. Kind of sucks, but that's a sign that I could talk so honestly and openly and say that to someone and still have a relationship with them. So now I got to find out, oh my God, what does this mean? You know, what does this mean, being in this relationship with this NPC and being able to tell them they're an NPC? And I don't know if inside they're getting upset or not, but I mean, I have to speak the truth because it's almost like training a dog. I don't need to be egotistical.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like training a dog, unfortunately.
I may be off the grid, but I'm doing this. I am doing just what you're talking about, and and it's like, it's very it takes you back when you sometimes, like, I'm finding the difference between people I thought were woke and people that I realize are just in the truth movement and still are NPCs. Have you found that?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like that. For that I say yes. They're a degree, a variance of NPC, but it's like veils. They only have the ability to lift off 1 or 2 or 3 veils. I mean, there's thousands of veils. But maybe they've taken off 10 veils, and 2 of them are really big veils. But they've still got many more veils or goggles that they're looking through that need to be taken off to really see the clarity that we see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They'd be walking around, they'd be like, hey, I know the earth is flat.
I'm woke now, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, but Trump's going to save us.
No. Either Trump or Jesus again. One.
Or QAnon.
Oh my God. There you go. Yeah, QAnon. Julian Assange is gone. Sorry, guys. Julian Assange He's gone. He's not WikiLeaks savior anymore. He's in jail, right? They came and got him, you know.
They got him, yeah.
What the fuck? I thought maybe that was it. You know, I watched Alex Jones and all that, and I thought maybe that guy and maybe that's something, but no, it's all. Oh my God, I don't know now. Anyway, man, thanks for this. I don't know if we have anything else to talk about together. I'm really interested. I'm keeping an eye on the flat Earth, but I have to switch gears. I realized that they're censoring us. Definitely, they're censoring us. There's going to be, if you're trying to grow a flat Earth channel, you might as well try to piss in the wind and hope it tastes like strawberries, because that's not going to happen very, very easily in 2019. They're getting rid of flat Earth. I just did a segment earlier in the show about it, and I'm switching gears right now before I'm censored anymore. I might already be tainted. I don't know. And that's why I have a couple of other channels, but I don't feel like streaming. I don't feel like playing video games and amassing an audience. I can't, talk about sucking my soul. It's the same as going to work in the Matrix or a 9 to 5. I can't sit here and stream bullshit all day just to get subs. I can't do it. I gotta be streaming truth. The problem is, I must do so good of a fucking job at streaming truth that people think I'm part of the government. I've had people unsub from me because they're like, "You're a shill."
You know what? Don't give a fuck about that. I'm at that point, man. That's what we're talking about. People with limited veils lifted.
Exactly. Yes.
So,
exactly.
I mean, like, people are going to behave the way they're going to behave. They're going to call us a shill. They're calling you a shill more than me, but because I'm talking to you now, I'm a big fucking shill.
You better be guilty by association.
Guilty by association, man. We're associating with the potato crew. Whatever that fucking means.
Right? I know what you mean. Yeah. We're potatoes, man. We think, oh my God, we think Patricia Steer's not a man. Oh shit. Like, come on, Patricia's a wonderful woman. You guys can seriously. Patricia is awesome sauce. And if you guys don't think so, you haven't met her in person. She's a wonderful person. Mark too. He's not a freaking CIA agent. Mark is a nerd. Oh my God, but I love him. I don't like everything he said, and if you watch my show, just about an hour ago, I was like, Mark, please stop. Don't say that. I don't agree with everything, but the guy's fucking real. And I'm sorry, he was here first. If you're jealous about it, blow me.
Eat dick.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, are you going to go to Dallas since Denver was so fun? What are your plans on that?
You know what? If I could, bro, I would, but not just to go and attend it like last time and be just a civilian there. I would love to offer something there, but the problem is, A, I don't have the funding. B, I don't know if I have anything that would. I'm gonna just renege on that because I do think I have something to offer, but I can't afford it, and I don't feel like putting it out there to say, hey, I need $600 to do it. If I feel like I can't even flat smack anymore on my own accord on my own channel, because I think the flat Earth movement is so disgusting. Like I said earlier, the quote I used is, "It's an animal I don't want to pet anymore." You know what I mean?
What's an animal? Flat Earth?
It's an animal that I don't want to pet anymore. Yeah, the whole truther community surrounding flat Earth is so disgusting. I don't even want to be a part of it. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, it's a fine line of like understanding like the cesspool that is the truther community and the flat Earth community, and not to give it any public attention. Just know inside what I know or what I believe. I don't know anything, but just if I have any thoughts that are negative towards anybody, I'm learning to just kind of bite my tongue. And I just see it as human behavior. Like, that's how I can sum it up. I can't put any other labels on it because we run into the same fucking behavior. You could get out of the truther community and go join any other fucking group of your average people in your city, your town, volunteer for something, volunteer for charity, I don't know, join some sports, like whatever you want to do, just locally here. There's no way these people could be any kind of agents or anything like that, and you will realize they behave the exact same fucking way. That's how human beings are wired and socially engineered to behave. And that's what it comes down to. Like, I just spent 2 years on our strata council. That's like, I don't know what you guys call it, their homeowners association or whatever, you know, when you live in condos or apartments. Same fucking behavior. And none of these people are shills or anything like that. They're just fucking morons. That's just what human beings are. You know, they're gonna, well, I shouldn't say they're morons. They behave like fucking morons. That's a behavior pattern that, like we talked about a couple of minutes ago, self-awareness. Until we become a little bit more self-aware of our actions and what's going on, we will behave like morons. And that's just the way it is. And so my point here is, whatever's happening, so like, I had so much fun in Raleigh. I had fun in Denver. And it's only for that reason that I'm going to go to a big meetup to have so much fun and be able to vibrate at that level. If I can make it work. Dude, I found a flight for under $300 and I got it. And there's a flat earther, one of my subscribers, he might be a sub to you as well, Trevor, that's like, hey, I got an extra room, stay with me. I'm going to be about 15 minutes away, but I'm going to go stay with him. And that's saving like under $300 a flight, because my brother works for Air Canada, and right now their flights are like half the price of what any other airline is, plus his discount, 20%. I got a really cheap flight, so I jumped on it. I got a place to stay, so I'm just going for myself. I don't care. I don't want to be involved in any way. I'm not buying a ticket. I can't afford. I'm not going to spend 300 Canadian dollars on a ticket to go to the conference. I'm just going to hang out. I want to see Effie Mishka again, and everybody else that, you know, get to meet Trevor and a bunch of other people that are going to be there, and you know, so that's why I'm going. It's kind of like a big meetup, and it's kind of like it worked out. I'm looking at flights. Last year kind of worked out. You know, I was able to get a last minute flight on Air Miles. So yeah, and of course that could all change. Like Dallas could be the tipping point, or something can happen before Dallas that sours me as well, and I decide, hey, I don't care if, you know, I'll go to Dallas with that flight, hang out with Trevor, and go do something fucking else. You know what I mean?
Right.
The flights paid for. I got a place to stay. I'll go do something else. And Sheldon here, hey Sheldon, I know you're listening. I'm gonna call you on my drive home. All right, so answer your phone when I call you on the drive home, because he's supposed to buy a flight, and we're supposed to hang out together and share a rental car. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, cool. Yeah, see, I mean, that's how it goes. Like, I understand, like, you can do it for the social event, or you can do it if you think you need to go brush up on skills or learn something about flat earth. It's also a thing, but I don't think anybody does that, which is why I think that they switched up their game over there in whatchamacallit, Dee Van and Gary are going to be doing a little something different, because they realize that that's not what these events are about. It's about the social gathering. It's about people getting to meet up. It's about people putting their heads together, maybe making a change. And that's why the one that they're doing is going to be really interesting. And I got to get in touch with them again. I'm going to talk to Gary and Dee Dee and see what they have going on, because I know these have not happened yet, right? But they're
there might be something new, but come on, you and I, what are we really gonna, guys like you and I, what are we really gonna go there and learn? Nothing really new.
No, nothing. That's right. That's why I'm saying that they're trying to do something different. I don't know what they're pulling out of the hat here to make it interesting, if it's not going to be just
well, they got Owen Benjamin coming.
well, that's Robbie. I'm talking about Dee Van and Gary. They're the ones that's doing it in what is it?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Sorry, yeah, Amsterdam. Right. So, but they have a goal and a mission to make it not like the rest, not like a learning experience. So yeah, it'll be an interesting twist to see what they're doing.
Oh, very interesting. So, but Amsterdam is before Dallas, so.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it would be great to see Dee Dee again. We hung out in fucking Raleigh, had a great time.
Yeah.
With Dee Dee.
Yeah, I did too. She was very helpful when I was parting ways. And I know she'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's funny, but yeah, like I love meeting people there. It was funny. I met Mishka too. It was the first time I met Bob and them, Jaron, Robbie Davidson, everybody. It was like my first time meeting everybody, thanks to Caroline. She was already going, and it just so happened that I could go with her. So it was a once in a lifetime opportunity that I was going to be going there with just Jack, and we talked about meeting up and making a road trip together, but that didn't work out.
But he's on the other side of the country.
It was, I know, yeah. But it worked out that I was still able to hitch a ride. So fate had it in the cards that I showed up there. But if I'm gonna do it again, man, to answer your question, I'd have to offer something more than just ass and face, and I certainly can. I could bring a laptop and I could show people stuff, but yeah, it's just gonna be a bit of entertainment. I just don't know. I don't know if that's worth me doing that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you have a talent, and you wanna be there and offer your services, your talent.
That's it.
I just leave it up to the creator and the universe, right? Who wants to hear Fokker get up at a flat Earth conference and talk for half an hour? You know what I mean? Is that good or bad for the movement with media, etc. going to be there?
You'd be surprised. People would love it.
Yeah, a small percentage of people might love it, but
yeah. Well, I think you're doing what I'm doing right now, and it's just no, man. People would love it. People would, and they'd love it more than you think, because you're different than a lot of these other people, and so am I. But what do people want? What do people need? I struggle with that, and I want to give that to the best of my ability. And I don't think going there and teaching people green screen tricks is going to be worth it for the bigger picture. I just don't think even I have enough to offer.
Yeah, well, leave it up to the universe and the creator, right? Just follow your gut. Like you said, your gut has led you in the right direction more often than not. So trust your gut on this. If you feel you need to sit this out or not make an effort, then that's what you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, somebody would have to really... somebody that, Robbie would have to be like, hey, bro, you want to come? And then I'd have to think about it. But I think that would be the only way I would even consider it. Because I'm looking for the signs now. I'm looking for signs in my life to tell me what the hell I need to be doing with all the different random things that I can do. You know? I think that's a good ending point to my show is, I have so many different things. A lot of us have skills and talents that we've built up over the years. I certainly have a diverse skill set of talents that are digitally able to change the world, and it's been such a journey. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if even this is my path, but I got pretty much nothing else. So with that being said, man, we're gonna be on our path and we're gonna try to change the world, or hopefully we don't get demotivated. I'm pretty damn demotivated at this point. All I gotta say.
Well, that's you growing, Hari. Don't get disheartened. Get disheartened. Go through those emotions, and then, it's that old cliche saying: tomorrow's a new day. Next week is a new week. But yeah, I get what you're saying. When it's the same over and over, and it's a Groundhog Day kind of thing.
That's it.
Time to break that rut as well, right?
That's where I'm at. You understand me, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When everything's just the same, and it's time to break out of that pattern, that loop, and you're just spinning your tires, and you're like, okay, this is no more any good for me. I hope like you said, I hope the universe opens some doors. I gave up God recently. I stopped praying recently, and that's been a big difference in my life. I can't go to a small special spot and pray to God like I expect him to change something anymore. That used to be a big part of my life. Now it's all different. It's a different ball game. There's a whole different set of rules coming to play when it comes to changing a reality, and maybe we're the powerful thing, now in my way of thinking, or at least that's where I'm shifting gears. And I'll be talking about this. This is law of attraction. But yeah, changing life. Life has to change.
You're Mandela affected, so we know there's something bigger at play here, right? Those of us that are Mandela affected, there's something bigger at play here. We gotta, let go of our grasp on the physical.
That's a whole different can of worms, right? I think about, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, boy, did this change. Like, I looked up something the other day that I could have sworn was called one thing, and it just does not appear to be anything in reality anymore. It completely disappeared from my reality. And I know I'm not that crazy. So I'm just wondering. I'm wondering, you know, if I wonder about the Mandela. And me and you talked. That's what we talked about until 7 in the morning at the conference. We talked about Mandela effect, and you enlightened me on that. And look, I want to have you back on a show to talk about just that specifically one time. As I'll open up the show to just talking about Reiki or just talking about this or that. I want to have several different shows that's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I hope you're down for that.
Yeah, I'm always down. Like I said, I'm not doing that much YouTube, but yeah, for sure. If we schedule something, then I'll be there.
Real casual.
Of course, Brian Staveley's been trying to get me on, and I promised him for several months, and I still haven't done that. I'm kind of a last minute YouTuber. You know what I mean?
Hey, same here, man. That's why I said, look, play it here. Like, I get JM Truth tonight was on my show, and I just told him about an hour and a half before the show, hey, bro, you want to be on the show? He was like, yeah, let me know. So that's how I roll. So it'll probably work out. Don't worry. I can plan it as such. And Brian Staveley's another one on my list. I want to get to know his content a little more. He's a truther. I like his.
Dude, he's like an encyclopedia.
Yeah. Oh man, nice. I just look in people's eyes, and I know he's doing a good thing. So I know to go to him to have him on my show. But anyway, man, thanks for doing this. It's been a great show. I'm going to tie it up. Anything you want to end on?
No. It's kind of bizarre. It's coincidence or wherever fate that we're both streaming at the same time, and then we were able to chat for a little bit.
Yeah.
Change the trajectory of my show that I was having the hour before. That's for sure. I liked it. No, it was a good chat, bro. I hope to. Yeah, let's do that stream coming up, and just keep your chin up. I get my chin down all the time. I get disheartened, but I think if we let life beat us down, then we lose, and we have to fight to win, right? We have to be winners, and we don't know where the finish line is, but we still have to keep walking towards that finish line wherever it is.
Heard that.
Whether it's in flat Earth, spreading flat Earth and truth or not,
yeah.
We still have to go for the finish line. All right, bro. You can, or no. Do I eject you or you eject me? How does this work?
Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just say goodbye to you on here, man, and thanks for your time, and keep up the good fight. I heard what you said, man, and I may. Look, I'm still going to be doing the Flat Earth Digest. I'm still going to be flat smacking on this channel and diverting everybody over to the Flat Smackers Live, because all that's pretty risky when I do the chat roulette stuff. But I know what my people like, and I know what the world needs, and that needs. We need to be waking people up, and sometimes it's just one-on-one. Sometimes it's 1 on 20, 1 on 50, 1 on 100. If I can manage to get into an avenue where I'm bringing some news to people's lives and red pilling them, then awesome. This can be done on the streets. This can be done in your lazy boy from your green screen studio. And I hope that everybody can understand you can also play a part no matter what you have at your disposal.
Oh, one more thing before I go. Come on. Like, here's another issue. Sorry, I know you want to end your street.
No, do it up. You can end it, man. Take it out.
People, join the Flat Earth Finders. ZoomTruth.com and EphesiansDay.com. I don't know what Dave is doing. I'm going to be talking with him. I don't know why he's got 2 of these things. I think he started one. Now found a better platform. So there's this one. You log in. You can find Flat Earth Friends. So Hori Sheet, go in there and put your.
I'm already on it, baby.
So are you on both of them? Flat Earth Connector, and there's the other one at EphesiansDay.com.
Oh my God, there's 2 now. I didn't know. So there's 2 of them. There's ZoomTruth.com and there's another one. This looks different than the first one I was trying to join, so maybe I got to do it again.
Yeah, this is a new one. I think he started last week. So the other one is at EphesiansDay.com.
Yeah, well, oh my God, they need to keep it in one spot because this is hard enough, right?
Well, I think there were limitations. To promote that to your people. That's all I want to say, because we're asking for unity. It's time to come out from behind the rocks. You know what I mean? Stand up for truth. Like, there's thousands of us out there. There's thousands on YouTube. There's so many people. There's, like, I don't understand why people keep living in fucking fear. And that's what's hindering this. Because those that do not take action are actually worse. Those that know and do nothing are worse, I think, in my opinion. Or as bad.
Hey, you know what? Wait. That's a great question, and I've been boggling this, and I know I'm trying to end it here, but that is something that really tickled my fancy. Are those people worse or just as bad? That's a good question. Are the people that are just very nice and very forgiving and very, very much supporters, and if they get hurt, they're like, oh, well, I forgive you, and there's no repercussion for that person that caused harm, because those are the people you're talking about. Is that just the same, or is that worse? I mean, like, look, that's a topic for another story, and there might be another connotation attached to it, and I hope that some people read between the lines there, because it's not okay to just get screwed and get shit on and not enact justice. And look, if you just are okay about being lied to and you don't do anything about it, you might just be as bad as the Globers, or you might be worse if you're supporting such chicanery in other ways. If you're a supporter for such chicanery, then you are worse. If you know the truth and you do nothing about it and you support the Globers, you are worse. You are just helping the bullshit.
Yeah, I think people need to take a deep look in the mirror, and then people admit to me all the time that's not them, that's not their personality. Well, it's I guess people do what they can, but it's time to grow a set.
Thank you.
What are you waiting for?
We need to change this.
Nobody's gonna wait. Nobody's gonna grow it for you.
Yep. All right, man. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too, man. We'll talk soon.
Indeed, we will. Peace out, brother.
Peace.
That's fantastic. That's Flat Earth Fokker. You guys, please subscribe to Flat Earth Fokker's YouTube channel. I should probably end this one here pretty soon. You know, it's a 3-hour mark. That's definitely like the time I want to end pretty much all my shows. I don't want to do anything over 3 hours. But I'm going to read the chat. Say hi to everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm going to scroll up. As you know, if you give me the orange tag, if you type in the Hoary Sheet Show, I will see it. If it's not spelled exactly as it is, the Hoary Sheet Show, spaced twice, I will not see it glow in orange. So I will look for the orange tags first. Dave Hinkle says, follow your heart. I appreciate all your passion and efforts up to now. Dave, does that mean you no longer appreciate what I do? I get you, bro. Thank you, man. Awesome. LOL, you want my $5 a month? What? Flat Earth Fokker, you know, I don't know what's going on there. Dominic, what's up, guys? Hey, Holly, thanks for the hearts. Lucas P, thank you, sir. All right. Yep, Flat Earth Fokker's got a PayPal. PayPal.me/Flat Earth Fokker. I got another one. PayPal.me/Hoary Sheet Show. Support people, guys. Look, I just said I'm not even fucking playing, man. I don't like having short hair. I don't like doing commercials about monoculars. This is like a $60 set of equipment. It was cool to get free shit like this. Yeah, it's cool. But I'd rather be talking about Flat Earth 24/7. And I'm willing to do that out of a garage. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm about ready to throw all my shit away, grow my hair out long, adopt a dog, and probably invite that sense of happiness into my life. I mean, that's what I'm lacking right now. That's what has me going so crazy. None of this really makes me happy anymore. I'm done. Kind of. Love you guys, though. I'm here to wake people up. I am. Who's with me? I didn't hear Charlie. Charlie, where you at?
Yeah. Woo!
Goodbye.
Make sure you subscribe to the Hoary Sheet Show.